We have a $25 donation from Team Malogino FTW, who says, so psyched for the Super Mario RPG. Paper Mario is my first love, but this is a close second. Contributing towards the Waluigi file name, Wah! We have a $2,000 donation from Anonymous. Who says, hey guys, Mentrix here. I've been with AGDQ since the start, and I would love to say I really respect the skill. I'm really wanting to see Kill the Animals run, please. Let's break some records, and I hope my donation helps to the cause. Yeah, I'd say the animals got killed. Good call. We have a $1,000 donation from Boris K. Who says, awesome show for an awesome cause. Keep up the fine work. We have a $50 donation from Miria, who says, LackAttack and Skybills. I just want to tell you both good luck. We're all counting on you. We have a $50 donation from Anonymous, who says, I cannot believe it took me years to become a part of something so amazing. I've been watching this almost nonstop since it started. And while I'm sad it's almost over, I'm thrilled to be going out with such a great game that is so close to my heart. Thank you, LackAttack, for running this, and thank you, SGDQ, for making all of this happen. All right, guys, I'm now going to shoot this over to LackAttack and his awesome couch of commenters. Let's give a hand for all of them, and good luck, guys.
Good luck, Lack.
Let's go, Lack. This is it.
I know. I have to from power on.
Yeah, he's going to reset the game and then put in the correct file name.
I know. I have to reset. I am aware of the file name donation incentive. Time will start from power on. I'm going to reset. So I'll give you a countdown, then I'll reset. And then I'll put in the file name that won the donation incentive.
Well, I think the crowd is going to be quite pleased with this. The file name winner is Waluigi. Wah!
Wow. Nah. All right, that's the only one you're getting from me.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Okay, we're ready?
Let's do it.
All right, so I'm going to start, and then I'm going to reset. I'll give a countdown, and then we'll start, okay? Waluigi. Probably lose about 10 seconds putting in the file name. All right. Okay, so here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This is it.
This is it.
This is it, boys and girls. So this is Super Mario RPG, Legend of the Seven Stars, because we're playing on English. File name is Waluigi.
Nice.
Nice. There you go.
Neither Luigi or Waluigi are in this game.
He's on the board, man. That was the first big step right there, putting that file name in.
Yeah, I'm pretty much programmed to put in LCC or Shikuku.
So something that's relatively new to the run, especially since Checkers ran in 2015, is going to be the terrapin manipulation coming up almost immediately. The first forced fight with the 4 terrapins at Bowser's Keep, you can manipulate the amount of punches that you get from them by attacking on a certain frame, and then following that attack up with a jump on a second particular frame. And so Lack is ideally going to get either 0, 1, or 2 punches.
I get a little more game audio for me, please. Thank you.
So let's go.
Let's do it.
Yeah, it's not too big of a deal. Each punch is like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
The first one's going to be pretty free. The frame range is pretty huge. And the second one's going to be a little bit trickier.
Nice.
All right, you got the first one. All right, so one's pretty good.
I got 2.
Two's fine.
2 is fine. So right off the bat, some things that he's doing to save some time. Whenever a Terrapin punches him, he is not attempting to block it at all. He has no like threat of danger whatsoever in that fight. Blocking takes 5 extra frames, 2 extra frames, something like that.
2, yeah.
2. So he's attempting to, save as much time as possible by not blocking whenever possible, and also not timing jumps, saving frames by doing that. But he needs to power up his jump every time you use it twice. Its power goes up by 1, and we're going to need that in some of the early boss fights in the game.
Yeah, specifically for the pin right fight. Scripted fight here. Let's jump on the chain link.
Fun fact, this is the song that plays. This is a remix of the final boss fight from SMB3. If anybody didn't know that.
This is the part of the run where our buddy Bick comes into the chat and says, "Is this it?" And we respond,
This
is it. One of our great emotes, Bowser Thump.
Can't hear you.
Now, 2 punches would typically mean 420 pipe house in, but we're playing on English, so I can't comment.
Yeah,
have no
there's no telling.
Is it okay if I squeeze in just one donation? I think you'll know who this person is.
I can't hear.
Yeah, we
Yes.
can't hear Sky.
I can't hear Sky, so you might want to put her on our earphones. But yeah, we're playing in English, so all of you better read every text box.
Japanese saves about 8 minutes and 42 seconds, roughly. The last time it was timed was on the old route,
Yeah.
and so we've changed some things a bit, so that's not quite true anymore. But we still use that as a rough metric because not everybody wants to play on Japanese. I understand.
Is it okay if I just squeeze in one donation really quick?
Sure,
I think
sure.
you'll know. We have a $100 donation from Bick, who says, "This is it." # Team Lack.
Nice.
Thanks, Vic.
Thanks, Vic.
How about that FF6 run earlier, boys and girls?
Yeah, that was awesome.
What a kooky game.
Still not as good as this.
Yeah.
Easy there.
I'm in the chair, I could say that. I do love that game as well, though. Got Toad with some tongue-in-cheek humor.
So right away, he's going to talk to the Toad out here. We used to jump on the save box, which skipped a tutorial, a saving tutorial, but we found out it's faster just to talk to the Toad and try to leave, and the Toad will come and talk to him.
Yeah, within the last 6 or 7 months, there's been a lot of really lazy time saves, as I would call them, like things we never really checked out, and then the Claude found so many free time saves that it slowly adds up.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is
LNM
one of
actually
them.
found that one. Ox was just said he was too lazy to time it.
Yeah.
Like 2010 when he tasked it.
Yeah. Cypher is innocent.
We'll try not to slam you too much throughout this race, or this run.
I guess we never did introductions. I'm going to skip Vista Hill real quick. Good. So I am LackAttack24. I speedrun this game and some other games. So left to right, I got my boy Cypher, Countdown, I Ate Your Pie, Milnium, the current world record holder, and Caleb Hart, 42.
Up and coming runner.
Up and coming, yeah.
Up and coming, but all either current or former runners. So.
All right, he skipped the first tutorial.
Of course, I know about item use.
Yeah, so the game immediately throws some tutorials at you. There are a couple of them along the way, but this is really the bulk. All 2 of them. It just wants you to know how to use items and how timed attacks work. Timed attacks are a big part of this game, actually, and kind of increase the depth of the battle system.
It's not just a basic
Yeah,
turn-based RPG.
it is not. With any attack, you have with any attack with a weapon, you have
5 frames.
a 5-frame,
timing.
5-frame window to perfect time an attack and do a bunch of damage. You have a 5-frame window to perfect block any physical attack with 0 damage.
Yeah, most attacks have a 5-frame window on each end, and those are like 1.5 times the damage, and then the 5-frame window is 2 times the damage. So,
And same with blocking. It's half block or 0 block. A 0 block surrounded by half block frames on either side.
most of the early game bosses, mistiming one attack usually will lose you a turn or two, which can result in 20, 30 seconds per fight. So.
All right, so this is the first big battle of the game. You'll notice the Hammer Bros are going to be doing 2 different attacks. They're going to be doing Hammer Time, and they're going to be doing the normal bonk. Hammer Time takes much longer attack animation, so in a perfect fight, you get 4 bonks.
Yeah, that untimed attack he just did can miss.
It has a 1% chance, I believe.
It's really low. It's dumb. If usually you're not prepared, you're like checking Twitter or something, and you turn around and you're getting hammer timed, and you're dead.
Yep.
Instead of the second one, there will always cast Valor Up or Vigor Up. I can't remember which one. After you kill the first Hammer Bro.
Yeah.
So, and then your jump will always do 15 damage at that point after doing 45. So, Hammer Bro's at 50 HP. It's a relatively straightforward fight with jump.
Yeah. That's actually a pretty unarmed attacks have like a natural ability to miss. It's pretty weird. Like most attacks don't miss, but your untimed attacks can.
So he bought 5 honey syrups, 4 pick-me-ups, 4 able juices, shirt, and jump shoes. And then he equipped the hammer, the shirt, and the jump shoes on Mario. We bought exactly the amount of honey syrups that we're going to need for the early game. And we actually, fun fact about this frog coin, that is the only time in the game in which you can get that frog coin. There's even a piece of equipment called the signal ring that you can put on, or maybe it's a special item, I can't remember.
It's an accessory.
Oh, is it? Okay. You walk into a room and it dings if there's a hidden chest in there, and it'll ding in that room, but you can't get up there unless you are at this specific point in the game.
Yeah, the toad walking by.
Yeah, you have to be on his head. You can actually get on a toad's head that's wandering around that room and still attempt to jump up there, but there's an invisible wall.
Yeah, so back in the item shop, though, he equips the hammer, not only because it's faster just to do it there, but it skips a tutorial. The toad asks you to equip the hammer or equip a weapon. So
Mario, always your teammate in charades.
Yeah, the charades game is on point in Mario RPG.
The Chancellor understands correct. Just
100%. Yeah. Oh, there's a sword that fell into Bowser's castle. You didn't even say a word, but I understand. You all went flying in different directions. Cool. Just find the princess.
One of my favorite animations is always Mario falling down face first. I always get a little chuckle out of it.
Or Mario doing the XOR face.
Yeah. We see that twice, I think.
Yeah. So this is the first instance of camera manipulation. Because there's a cutscene that the camera has to scroll to a set point, you want to navigate Mario into that cutscene boundary in a specific point that minimizes the amount of space the camera has to cover. It's really just a frame saver at most points. Like the biggest one is like later in Nimbus Castle, and it's like 40 or 50 frames, something like really insignificant. But there's really no reason not to do it. So it's like arm pumping in Super Metroid just comes natural.
very clean, mellow talk.
Yeah, that's actually really kind of annoying because if you try and you can't walk diagonally downstairs in this game. If you're holding a diagonal going downstairs, it forces you in one direction and not you can't do that. So you have to like kind of adjust going to talk to Mallow. It's weird.
That was the first time I had to jump to show my identity is Mario. The townspeople all over the world want to see the famous jump. So if you're just mashing A, you'll sit there for a while and wondering why you're not advancing the text.
Dang, this guy didn't even camera center.
Yeah, normally you would want to jump there along the middle of the sidewalk.
Yeah,
It's
jumping
very minor.
Yeah.
jumping ever so slightly centers the camera on Mario.
Dang, I didn't know that. I'll have to do that next time.
You thought it was just for show.
Yeah,
I
no,
did.
that's why we all
Jumping
do
down the
this.
sidewalk.
That's why we all do it. Jump down the
Hey,
sidewalk.
On our way to Bandit's Way.
Speaking of, what are we going to see in Bandit's Way, Pi?
We're gonna see some enemies.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What kind of
We're gonna
enemies?
see some Goombas.
Yeah?
We're gonna see some Spinies.
Yeah? Okay.
And well, if he runs into them, we're gonna see some other enemies that aren't shown on the screen. But I know Lack, he's not gonna run into any of these enemies.
Lack's a pro.
Yeah, he's good.
Oh my
All right,
God.
all right. Okay. Okay.
And we're also going to see some of the rotating flowers. Now, based on where you land on the flower is where Mario's initial facing will be. And so Lack is going to attempt to manipulate both of these. There's a hidden Kuro Cola right there, as you just saw.
He skipped that coin because it wastes like 30 frames for every coin you get. or something.
Yeah.
And we don't need them.
yeah.
Is that only one coin? Is it 10?
I think it's 1, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so this is going to be kind of the first variable in the run. He's going to attempt what's called the dog jump, and he's going to try to hit a flower in one of these floating chests. If he gets it, it's going to allow him to save a couple seconds in the sewers. If he doesn't get it, he has to take just a side path, and it's not a huge deal.
It's like a 3-second difference
Yeah.
or something.
More importantly, he wants to kill 15.
Yeah.
And
The leveling
Safe.
up in this game is going to be really, really precise later on in the run. He has to make sure that he levels up certain characters at certain spots for a glitch that'll be happening later on, and that we'll talk about later.
And keep note that the stars don't give you the amount of experience that the enemy would give you. It gives like a base value for every star.
Yeah,
and
it's based on the chests that the
Yeah.
star is in.
that
So,
particular star gives you 1.
yeah.
So we don't need to go crazy with it. Just got to get the
Yeah,
level
I-
up for Croco.
I didn't think I was going to make it. He'll turn around and try to catch you.
Yeah, if he turns around, after a certain amount of time, and if he's facing you when you walk up to him, then it doesn't. You don't get to advance the chase sequence, so to speak.
Catch up to me in 100 years.
Yeah.
So one of the things you're going to be seeing in a lot of these fights is that it's an RPG, so you're going to have a lot of just the enemies doing various attacks that are basically random. They're not huge time losses, but they do add up. In this one, you're going to see him either throw a bomb, which is a magical attack and you can't block it, or Croco's going to lunge at one of the characters. So that first attack was a lunge, and then he threw a bomb on the second one. A perfect fight would obviously be no bombs here.
Oh. So the thing about that's bad is that when Croco throws a bomb at Mario, it does 24 damage, and Mario has 25 HP. So it's really imperative that you block all physical attacks perfectly with Mario.
All right, this is scripted.
Yeah.
Thankfully, there's only 1 enemy, so you can't lose both characters in 1 turn.
So, yeah, Croco will only have 1 turn after this.
If he doesn't kill Mario.
Yep. So if he does a normal attack here,
Light could also mushroom if he wanted to be safe. But
Mm-hmm.
there you go.
he's
That's fine.
He's fine.
Yeah.
Should be dead.
Perfect.
Yeah. Good fight.
That was a good fight, yeah.
Very good.
So coming up, this game has very, very few glitches or sequence breaks, and coming up is actually the biggest one. You get to skip the boss, the boss that holds the first star, Mac, and we can actually abuse jumping on an NPC, the shysters that are jumping in the throne room in Mushroom Kingdom. You can jump on their heads in a certain frame window, and then at the peak of their jump, because they're bouncing up and down, you can use that to jump over the cutscene boundary and talk to the Chancellor. Now the Chancellor sets the flag for talking to the Chancellor sets the flag for having beaten Mac. But obviously we didn't do that, so hopefully he's going to get it first try, but
He's going to save here.
He's
yeah,
definitely going to save here, yes.
because missing it is run over. Fighting Mac is about a 5-minute loss, and
And it's not free.
it's not free, no.
If you've watched old runs, you might notice he's doing a different setup for the skip that was found like a year and a half ago.
It makes the frame window for success a lot larger.
Yeah.
Probably makes it like 90% easy.
Yeah. This skip is actually a lot more free than it used to be. You can bounce the night away.
Sounds like my kind of party.
Yeah, dude. Nice.
God,
There it
easy.
is. Every time. So the hardest part, the hardest part, and the reason I said nice halfway through the skip, wasn't to mess Lack up. It was because, what?
TV went off.
Just mash text.
I am.
It's a cutscene thing.
I can still hear it. It's good. It's good. It's good. I think. Okay,
Hey,
it's back.
hey. Right.
Okay. Holy moly. Okay, so the hardest part, by far the hardest part about that trick is actually landing on the shyster's head, and the jump itself is pretty easy. You just have to time that relatively, at the peak of the jump. But landing on the shyster's head is where the frame windows come in based on your position relative to the shyster, which we figured out. We can increase the frame window, or Alan, I guess, figured that out.
Yeah.
So yeah, now it's much easier to do.
Yeah, it's just standing on a certain pixel. I don't know why.
I'd like to just give a shout out to Alan M because right before this I was practicing and couldn't get it, so I pulled up a tutorial video from Alan M.
Yeah.
So I fixed it. So thank you, Alan M.
So a funny side effect though about skipping that star is the menu that you can like check how many stars you have. It's not there until you get your second star.
Yeah.
Later on it'll show up. And I'm pretty sure you don't see the first star. It's not like there. I don't remember.
I can't remember the last time I've looked at the star menu.
So that's this extra flower he could have skipped earlier.
Is it faster to get the star or the flower before
Same thing.
Pandorite?
It's
Oh,
the
it is?
same
Okay.
thing.
I just do it so I don't forget.
That's a good point.
So this is the main reason he wanted to power up his jump. He's going to do exactly 300 damage here, and Pandorite has 300 HP.
And that was actually really lucky that he used the flame on Mallow. Because if he physicals...
Yo,
oh, okay,
yes.
fine.
That's good.
Basically, you want this fight to take exactly 3 turns. If he fears Mario or Carney kisses Mario, then that's really bad. But if he physicals, you can block it.
So this is an optional fight in the game. And in the old route, this actually was skipped by some of the better runners. And the reason why is it gives you coins. It gives you some items that you can sell for coins, which are going to come in really handy later when you're buying certain items. There's been a lot of discussion in the current route to try to find a way that allows us to skip Pandorite completely, which would save a ton of time. But currently right now in the route, Pandorite is pretty much mandatory.
I believe it's like, what, 45 seconds? Something like that?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you can skip an entire section of the sewers.
Yeah.
Well,
Plus the fight.
yeah.
And the fight, yeah.
Because you would also skip that star in this route if you did skip him.
Yeah, skipping Pandorite makes you lose time elsewhere in the run, but the overall time save is around 45 seconds.
Now, you saw Lack...
If we can pull it off.
Yeah. You saw Lack pick up a mushroom there. Most bosses give you an automatic health refill when you kill them, but Pandorite is not technically a boss. So he had to pick that up to refill his flower points and HP as well. Otherwise, this fight would not go well.
Bloom's going to have a 1/3 chance here to use a sleep sauce, which will put either one of his guys asleep.
That's bad.
Yeah, it's bad.
We don't want
Nice.
All right, good.
Yeah.
Good.
The first
So-
half of this game is just a bunch of coin flips.
Yeah. And this is, so far, this is about the best you could ask for, except for 2 hammer times and 2 punches.
Yeah. But there's so much more
Oh,
bad
yeah.
RNG that could still happen.
Oh,
This
baby,
could
yeah.
still miss. This could miss. All right, it hit.
All right, good.
If that misses on the very last turn, you can get stuck in an infinite. If he keeps putting Mario to sleep, or he's going to eat Mallow, and then you could be sitting there for a while.
Yep, when he's in Scarecrow form, Mario's immune to being put to sleep with Sleep Sauce. So
Yeah.
it basically protects Mario. It works out really nicely.
And every status effect lasts 3 turns.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, status effects kind of have a hierarchy where if somebody uses a status effect that's like poison and you're a mushroom, it's not going to unmushroom you and turn you into poison. You're just going to stay a mushroom.
See,
this
so
is
right
good.
there, he was immune from it.
Yeah, he was immune to sleep because he was a scarecrow.
So
And you
if-
can't combine status effects like that.
if the Scarecrow would have missed initially, that would have put him to sleep, and then it would have been fun.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not used to how wide the English results screen
Yeah,
is.
it's a little bit different.
Yeah, the Japanese one is like a square.
So we got another potential tutorial coming up, which will most likely skip.
Yeah.
You guys want to talk about the level ups stats?
Yeah. On certain, oh my God, it's so loud. On certain levels, level ups, well, as you've seen or may not have seen, when somebody levels up, you can pick between upgrading their attack power, or attack and magic power, I suppose, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then HP and special. And so at certain levels, when you pick one of the three, it actually increases it more than it normally would. There are certain levels at which it is more effective to do that. So you will see, we will take full advantage of that for the most part. So since Mallow, we're only going to use Mallow for the first half of the game, so he's going to get 1 special and then 2 attacks, because after Billoam, he's mostly just going to be attacking and not casting any magic. Mario's going to be all special and attack occasionally on levels where it matters, which are from level 6, multiples of 3. Gino will get 2 levels of HP and then the rest attack. Bowser all attack, Toadstool all special. And that's basically, later on there's a glitch that we are going to abuse which will require Toadstool to have lots of special in order to, kind of make this route successful.
So Lack is doing somewhat of a mini game here. He's collecting coins while he's going down the river. You'll notice he picked up some green coins, which were the frog coins. He's going to be using those later to make a purchase for a key item called XP Booster. And in this mini game, he wants to collect exactly 60 coins. And the reason why is when you collect exactly, you have to collect 60 or more coins, and you get an additional frog coin. If you get exactly 60, it skips a text box, which saves a little bit of time. So if you get 61, it's not that big of a deal, but
There's no reason not to.
Yeah.
Like the
It's
guy's
just something to
like,
look forward to in this.
yeah, the guy's like, oh, I'll hold your extra whatever coins, but if you have no extra coins, then he doesn't say it.
And you don't keep these coins.
Yeah,
Probably
this
most
is-
people thought you did.
This is all just for the frog coin. There you go.
There you go, 60 it is.
Very hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very hard.
And it's the same pattern every time. It's not like random or anything, so you can do the same thing.
Yeah.
Jump to the music.
And I believe it was Cypher that came up with the, get the first 3 of every single one on the left side, except for the ones that have piranhas, in which you get all 4. So it's really, once you don't even have to really count. You just kind of make sure that you do that. You get the first 3 unless there's a piranha, and then you never switch sides. It's pretty easy.
Have to show ID again here, so I'm mashing A and B.
Yeah.
Imagine if you got ID'd by how high you jumped. Go to the bar, you gotta jump to get in.
You must jump this high to be able to order a drink.
I lost my ID a few hours before this run. I would have had to jump pretty high.
Yeah.
To get on the
Yikes.
couch.
He can jump pretty high though.
I bet.
Try.
I've seen Mill play basketball.
So this is kind of just a cutscene to give us some story and some background on our friend Mallow here.
I think it's a good time for donations.
Yeah.
All right, we have a $2,000 donation from Preston Chatterton, who says, thank you all for continuing this amazing event year after year. As per my yearly tradition, put this all towards the Super Mario RPG being the best Final Fantasy.
Agreed.
Hype.
Agreed.
Hell yeah.
Best Mario RPG as well.
We also,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
we also have a $500 donation from our own Uranium Anchor.
Nice.
Hey.
Thanks,
I know that guy.
And he says, Uranium Anchor here. As SGDQ2016 draws to a close, I have to thank all the amazing people who made this event possible. From the people manning the donation station to the dozens of runners and commentators to the cable wranglers and the off-site support keeping chat, Discord, and Twitter under control. I've been coming to these events for 6 years now, and watching it grow from 50 people in the 4-H Center basement to a week-long convention with more attendees than I could ever hope to meet has been amazing. When we come together and put our minds to it, we can do amazing things. And don't you ever forget that. There's no donation incentives for me left to throw money at, but I look forward to finishing the event off with a 4-way race just for one last chance to make a rat's nest out of the cables. Good luck to LackAttack on SMRPG, and I'm already looking forward to SGDQ 2017. Game on. Thank you, Uranium Anchor.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks. Oh.
So this might come as a surprise to some people, but Mallow is not a tadpole.
No,
dude.
he is
I
very
didn't see it
clearly
coming.
he's very clearly a cloud
Yes.
wearing
Marshmallow.
pants.
Marshmallow.
Okay.
Come on, Ken.
Okay, he's a marshmallow. Fine.
He's definitely not.
He's
Waluigi.
definitely not a tall, lanky guy wearing purple clothes with a mustache.
Yeah, that 70-star race is going to be us four just playing this game twice.
Yeah, exactly.
10 times. We got to get 70 stars in this game.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
All right.
10 times SMRPG
Well,
RTA.
70 stars, you're supposed to get 7 twice.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, that's bad. Bad math. No math.
No math.
No math. This is
5
no
of
math
us.
percent.
All right. So just a little platforming section. Little route change from the last time. You don't go back and there's a flower in the bottom left corner of that screen that takes like 4 seconds out of your way to get. We will no longer be requiring that. Lack is going to try and nice spin tech.
Nice.
Difficult. Lack got 2 5-coin pickups. I actually didn't see if he got the first one. And that's
Got
just
the
gonna aid in his ability to be able to buy a second bad mushroom in Seaside Town. So this is the remnants of the Koopa Troop.
This is the main army.
It's the whole, yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess
Well, later
this is
on.
our first like interaction with them, but they're outside of the keep. I'm sure that when they were in their home turf,
That's true.
they were rolling a little more deep, you know.
Rolling
There's some
deep,
Forkies
dude.
in that castle.
Yeah, man, where are the Forkies at?
If the Forkies were marching with them,
They're sleeping, dude.
They're sleeping.
that'd be
Yeah,
awesome.
they're sleeping. Just listening to the music as you exit a certain area, like I can tell just how the
yeah,
English text.
English is. I have no clue how I'm doing. I think it's okay,
Yeah.
but that's.
You're doing fine.
So
Yeah.
one negative about the speedrun of this game is that there's some really amazing songs that after you like save the town from like the local boss that play, like it's this music, this kind of like eerie, like something's looming music, but when you come back to the town after it's saved, which we won't be doing in this run, there's some really pretty cool tunes.
Yeah.
That's probably the
Oh, God.
most nostalgic song for me.
Rosetown and Seaside Town both have really awesome tunes. You get to hear a little bit of Seaside Town, but
But you know what run does play those songs?
no,
Oh,
I
baby.
don't. Pi, please.
100%.
Did we meet the
Yeah.
donation incentive for low percent?
Oh yeah, that's a thing, right? I'm taking over after this.
I'm with you, Mill. 100% doing the Musty Fears. That's the only one I know.
Most of the stuff.
And the Lazy Shell.
Mario's about to get blasted on his butt.
So Mario has to lie to this little kid and tell him that he's not the real Mario. You have the funky stash. Are you the real Mario? If you say you betcha, you actually have to jump and prove your identity again. And there's an extra text box as well. If you lie to the little kid, then you're a speedrunner. Congrats.
Lying is. Don't tell my mom that. Lying is faster.
Oh, man. So this is upcoming is the first real bathroom break. Actually, the only real bathroom break, unless we started playing on Turbo.
But there's 2.
Okay. Fair enough. I don't know. It depends on how far away your bathroom is.
I know Used Pizza got a couple bathroom breaks on Star Hill.
Always wash your hands.
Always.
Please.
Well, that's not even a question. But anyway, so we've got about a minute and a half here of nothing if there's some donations to be read.
All right, thank you guys. We have a $100 donation from Ogliv who says, "Hey everybody, had an absolute blast at SGDQ this year. Shoutouts to Sky behind the mic, Mill on the couch, and Lack behind the controller. Let's buzz this 1.2 million mark, hashtag Team Lack. On that note, remember, we need $1,215,601.50 for SM64. Let's get those in, guys. Hype it!"
We are doing donation incentives for the Bowser doors, right? Later on.
We are not.
We are not doing
We're
that.
not.
No, we're
We're
going to
not.
show off the manipulation because
That's
that
cool
wasn't.
too.
I don't think manipulation was in
Checkers
Checkers.
did it.
Oh, we did?
He did. He did Nimbus. I'm doing Mario's pad.
That's fine.
Ah.
Both are cool.
I didn't think that was a thing at that time. Okay.
Yeah. It
Cool.
was
I
just
think
made.
it just happened
Yeah.
like a couple
Yeah.
weeks before.
Still mashing A during this cutscene, even though I don't have to.
So this is our pal Gino. he is here to save Star Road as a representative of Star Road, so that they can continue to grant our wishes.
All right, he's going to save here because he's about to farm some frog coins off a Wiggler.
Yeah, if you jump on a Wiggler's head or body 10 times consecutively without touching the ground, you will gain a frog coin on your 10th jump. However,
he's very shifty.
Wigglers are shifty, and they are also enemies. So if you hit their hitbox in an incorrect place, you will encounter it. And Wiggler can cast Sandstorm. He's very strong. He can come with Donkey Kong, and Donkey can ruin your day.
Wiggler has a terrible hitbox in every Super Nintendo game.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna shut up now.
Oh, that was.
That was weird. That's
Yeah.
weird.
He's going to get 7 of these.
Yeah, he has to do it 7 times.
Yeah, I know that was really impressive, but yeah, 7 times.
There's 3.
Oh. What a legend.
All right, well, nice save. So
That is so risky. That is incredibly risky to do.
There are 6 patterns, and like 4 of them are annoying
That's
to deal
6,
with.
right? 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
6. One more.
There he
Nice.
goes.
So you saw there he jumped on it and then fell off and then got on it again. It doesn't, like, if you fall off, it still counts the previous ones that you got. You just have to get a total of, was it
Oh.
10?
It's 10, yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot. Yeah, I totally phrased that wrong. You can in fact fall off and continue to do it. But
Unbelievable.
That's very rare.
oh, double.
quick
2
ones.
quick ones.
That's fine.
There you go.
That bee can kill you.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
bees,
bees just
are
They go-
very bad.
They go before you do. So
Yeah, in Checkers AGDQ run, he did 1 Wiggler jump, and in the old route, it was like you could do 1 Wiggler jump, or you could get another backup frog coin that's like
2 seconds.
2
slower.
seconds slower. Yeah, and I used to think, oh man, I could never do a Wiggler jump. That stuff looks so hard, and now I have to do 7 in a row without dying.
Yeah. So we're gonna get the experience boost. Did we already talk about that experience booster?
Kind
I
of, not
mentioned it
really
a
though.
little
He
bit.
mentioned it.
Yeah.
But the experience booster is an accessory you equip to somebody, and they gain they take double the experience that they would normally get. And we want to get that as soon as possible. It is one of Frogfuse's disciples, the tadpole, in the upstairs floor of the seaside town elder's house. You can buy it for 22 frog coins. So we are attempting to get to Seaside Town with 22 frog coins with a pretty strict route, and get it as early as possible. In the old route, we used to death abuse, and what that meant was you could save and then get a star in Land's End right after the save point, kill a bunch of enemies, take off all your equipment, die, and it drops you at the save point with all the experience that you gained. And then you could and the star would reappear, so you could do that again to gain quick levels. But with the early experience booster, before going to the sunken ship, we can skip that entirely, and that's about 45 seconds or something
There used
like
to be there's 6 frog coins in the ship, so we have to make up for that.
Yeah.
Somehow. And a bonus is we get like 61 coins from it. So
Yeah, that also helps with our bomb buying, or I guess bad mushroom buying.
yeah.
All right, so you'll notice that Lack saved before he entered the forest. It's kind of twofold. 1, the forest, there's a lot of enemies that you could like get just instant killed if you accidentally run into them. And 2, this fight, there's actually a very, 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 very small chance that is unwinnable.
Yeah.
Boyer will do a pattern that just focuses on Gino and kills Gino, and it makes it is pretty much you're dead.
Yeah, you're dead. Because he's gonna lock a command based on a value of each command you use has a certain amount of points that will add up to a certain blocking value.
Right, so
So-
the fight is routed such that you use certain commands to manipulate what button he locks
Yeah.
at certain times in the fight.
So we aim to get him to lock the item button. So we just blast him away, but
Yeah. And
you can't heal.
He has
so.
a different move set for each button that he locks, and the X lock and the Y lock phases are both like relatively harmless, and the A lock phase is where he goes ham. So we're gonna start by going ham with with some attacks, and then we are going to switch so that we are only using Geno Beam and some items. The usage of the items will cause him to then lock X, and then we will just continue to use Geno Beam to kill him.
Yep.
He's gonna be. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
And like I said, the X lock phase has one of the least treacherous ability sets from Bowyer. So
This is one of those fights where you actually, once you get to a certain point in the fight, you actually want Mario and Malo to die because they're useless. You're just defending at that point with them. So having them dead means that you don't have to waste turns.
yeah, you don't have to wait. You don't have to waste time defending. No Energizer freebie. There's a chance that you can freebie that, and it makes the next boss fight, the Croco 2 fight,
Kind of good.
a little bit faster. Like what, 11 seconds or something?
Yeah. We did a practice run, and he had the Energizer freebie for Croco 2, and
So-
didn't work out well.
So fun fact, that 2 damage that he did with Mallow is actually routed into this fight. He needs to do 2 and not 1 damage. So that he will die on Geno's very last Geno Beam.
Okay. So this is when our good friend Bowyer is going to start to do things that like can potentially be scary. So
Yeah, A-lock phase is scary.
In this situation, he wants to see Static E.
Yeah.
He doesn't want Bolt. In RTA, he would want Bolt.
That's
That's-
fine.
that's fine. That's
actually
great.
perfect.
as long as it doesn't bolt Geno, we're fine.
Yeah. So, and what that also means is that on the very last turn of the fight, rather than using his last Geno Beam, his last 3 FP for Geno Beam, he can do a perfect time attack with Geno doing 60 damage, and then a jump with Mario doing 39 damage. So that's 99 instead of 90. Not that that matters, but it's just faster than using Geno Beam.
Geno Beam has, as you can tell, a really long animation and load up to get there.
Yeah. So it's
Good.
slightly faster.
Okay.
And so it's also good that Mario is alive and Mallow isn't, is what I mean, because then he doesn't have to defend with Mallow.
You want to see Arrow there. That's
Yeah.
faster,
Yep.
and you can block it.
All right, he's going to attack here.
All right, he's good.
Always.
Also, fight with an armed boss.
So
Great-
if
it's
you
great tune.
if you do happen to only do 1 damage with Mallow, you can make that up with this attack jump strat.
Yeah, because you're
So-
doing 9 extra damage, so
But you don't want to gamble on it.
no.
All right. So good,
Good
Bowyer
fight.
fight. Good
Yeah.
Bowyer fight.
Very good.
And we didn't die. That was good.
Yeah. Anytime you don't die, it's pretty solid.
Yeah. Okay, so like I said earlier, Mario's gonna take special on every level until 6, and then after 6, on 6 and every 3 levels after that, he's going to take attack.
Good time for donations as well.
Yeah, there's
a pretty long cutscene.
Cutscene.
All right, we have a $50 donation from the great Todovsky who says, Yo, Lack, hanging out in Tadpole Pond, waiting for your 100% run so you can come write some sweet jams with me. Good luck, and this is it. Hashtag Team Lack.
This is it. Thanks, Todovsky.
We also have a $300 donation from Mr. Cab who says, This is it.
Woo.
Nice.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Cab.
Cab. I'll clap for that.
We have a $10 donation from Killer Typo who says, I waited all week for my favorite run by my favorite runner, SMRPG by LackAttack24. All aboard the Lack hype train.
Thanks, Killer Typo.
Mr. Cab representing the last spot on the leaderboard right now for the game.
He is,
I thought that was Emily Brooks.
She beat it.
Oh, she did. Okay.
Yeah.
One
right.
last donation here. We do have a $1,000 donation from somethingartistic.net. And they say, hey, all, the two of us here at Something Artistic just wanted to say thank you. It's our 5th GDQ, and over thousands and thousands of hours and thousands of decals, we've enjoyed every minute of these events and couldn't be happier to be a part of them. Since our last 1K got eaten up in the Metroid hype, grats to Behemoth on the win. Here's another 1,000 to help us break the record and see that SM64 race. Love you all, and good luck to Lack for the rest of his run. Love Erica and Max from Something Artistic. Thank you.
Thanks.
So here we're going to get some of the most useful work pants in the game. The work pants, they're going to increase everybody's attack, and they're going to increase everybody's speed. And the defensive stats were not really necessary for the rest of the run, so it's very useful.
Yeah, the most armors in this game, I believe, only concentrate on the defense and magic defense stat, but the work pants actually give you an attack boost and a speed boost as well. So we're going to be not equipping any other armor. We bought 4 work pants. That's going to be our armor for the rest of the game. It's all going to be weapons and accessories from here on out.
Yeah,
Oh, I just forgot to mention, because we were talking or reading a donation at the time, but in Rosetown, Lack bought himself 2 wake-up pins, which used to be a backup strategy, more or less, but now we kind of require it almost. They're against Knife Guy, Great Guy, they can use some pretty treacherous sleep spells, and so you want Bowser and Geno awake because they do most of the damage in that fight.
Yeah, we used to do that fight without wake-up pins, and
It's silly.
Terrible.
It's really dumb, honestly. We should have had the wake-up pins the whole time.
I still believe in the fearless pin route, but I think I'm the only one.
Good old Sparky.
Oh,
There you go. So what were you going to say?
I don't remember. Wasn't important.
this is probably the first place where you lose a ton of time. Like, you can think you have a good mines, and you're plus a minute.
It's because of that guy right there.
Yeah, this guy.
Although he does have roughly a 25% chance to drop a flower box, which, if he does, Lack can sell for 500 coins in Seaside Town, which gives him 2 extra ice bombs.
You could say us. It's cool. We are all in this together.
Yeah, all right, fair enough. He'll get an extra 2 ice bombs, which basically will. Normally, we kind of depend on some bomb freebies later on in the game, but it'll make it a little bit more comfortable. So hopefully, Krako both cooperates and drops the flower box. That's ideal. One or the other is also nice, though.
Good start.
Yeah.
So you also have a 20% chance of missing
Yeah, which
That's
is
why
why
you jump with
physicals.
Mario.
Yeah.
But him using physicals over bombs in the first 2 turns is actually amazing. That's
Wow.
Really
great.
good luck.
Really good luck. Yeah.
So, in the first time you fight Krako, he does the dash attack and then he throws the bomb. But the likelihood of him doing a magic attack in this goes up. Increases.
I think it's 66% chance for a bomb and 33 for an attack, and then it's switched in the first fight. Something like that. But then once he steals your items, he will no longer throw bombs. He'll just throw enemies at you.
And you can block those.
And you can
clearly.
block them. Yeah, it's not a magic attack.
You still want the dash attack because it is faster, but at the very least, you're not at any risk of dying as long as you perfect block it.
Right. And the other thing is that generally, if you're curious if an attack that an enemy used is physical or magical, and we don't comment on it, if the rule generally is that if stars pop out of you when it hits you, that means it's a physical attack and it can be blocked. The only exception is Magnum, which we won't be seeing for a couple hours. Hopefully not ever, but
There's that miss chance that Mill was talking about.
Yeah, we did a practice run this week, and Lack had to Energizer on Geno in this fight, and Geno missed 3 times.
Believe
It's terrible.
He would have beat Krako that turn had it not
Yeah.
missed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
there it is. Yep.
It was all a manip to get this flower box.
Let's go see the box.
See the box? No
Oh.
box.
Never lucky.
Never lucky.
Oh my
That is acceptable.
Yeah. This is a very eager mole. He wants to help you out, find the kids. But you tell him, nah, leave it to the professionals.
It is their dad. Good old Pa Mole.
Yeah. Fair enough.
So another star is coming up right here.
This one's a little more imperative.
Yeah.
What you say?
There is a.
Oh.
Let's see if he gets it first.
We're looking for 3 level ups here.
Ah.
Yeah, so that enemy, that fireball, Sparky, he is completely RNG whether or not he shows up, and we would like to kill him, but sometimes he just doesn't want to come.
Yeah. So you can just bail and go to the next room and get a bomb.
Right.
But
Because,
that's-
like we said earlier, all the enemies account for the same amount.
Nice.
It's just based on what star you use.
One of the reasons why you do want to get Sparky is that he can kind of get in the way when
And
you're trying
that-
to hit that coin
that's-
block.
Yeah.
Big deal, too.
You wouldn't-
Thankfully, he worked out pretty nicely there.
You wouldn't know it by watching that because he just didn't appear at all. That was really nice.
Back on the first star in Bandit's Way, he killed 15 enemies just so there's no RNG in that. If he misses it, it's fine.
Yeah, he had enough experience to
We would like to
go
kill.
for it.
Yeah, we would like to kill 10 canines.
All right, so you got another fight with a slight amount of RNG. So the way it works out is that Punchinello's got a lot of bombs that he's going to throw at you, and they get bigger as in size. And he has a normal attack, which he rolls up to one of the team members, and he kind of does this. But there's a percentage chance that he does something called Sandstorm, and he can only do it. He can attempt to do it more than once, but he can only actually do the attack once. If that happens, Lack is going to have to use some items to get rid of the effect that's going to have on his party, because they're going to take more damage from attacks, and they're also going to do less damage to enemies. So far, so good.
Fear status is
Your status.
terrible.
It is very bad, yes. And it also does damage too, which, like, so it weakens your party, and then it, you're at like a little above half health, a little less, which means that if you have trouble blocking any of these bomb attacks after you use a sandstorm, then it's a very real chance that one of your characters may die. So it can just be bad all around.
All right, so he's got one more attack to dodge. If he dead, then we're in there. Okay,
Okay,
perfect.
Nice.
It's a Dream Mines.
That was a
Dream
very
Alliance.
good fight.
And then I believe there's 2 separate points at which it determines whether the bombs are going to attack you or not before, like, in between your turns. It's like one directly after Mallow attacks and then run right before Gino attacks.
I'm not sure about that. I've never heard that.
I think there's 2 checks. I might just be losing my mind.
So fun fact, Punchinello is the only boss that does not show up at the end of the game, correct? In the credits?
I
he
don't
is
know about
not-
that.
he's
I
not
don't
there.
know.
Guess we'll have to wait and find out.
Yeah, I swear I've seen him in the credits, but I don't know, man.
I know the moles have this spot, like the giant bomb, but
He might just be like a small sprite. Who knows?
Guess we'll have to see.
Yeah, we'll find out, man. This is it.
This is it.
And game's over.
Yeah.
Yep.
GG.
All right.
What on earth was that?
All right. I've got a very, very important question to ask everybody watching the stream back at home. This is kind of an SMRPG tradition now within our community. But who in the audience, or in the stream, has the cojones, has the courage to throw down a $5 donation to SGDQ if LackAttack can get a sub-2 minecart minigame?
Oh, baby.
This
This is it.
is it. We did this 2 years ago with Checkers.
Oh, yeah.
And the donations were just flying in. Can we see it happen again? Can we see it happen again? For those watching in stream, can you sub to minecart minigame?
I got 5 on it.
I'm putting
got a
10
10
down.
somewhere.
You matching me? Is everybody matching
I
me
gotcha.
on?
So
10?
this is me and
10?
Cypher right here.
All right.
I'll throw down 10.
You
for
throw down 10?
156.
All right.
All right.
The money is piling up.
No pressure, buddy.
All right, you got this.
I'll get it out.
And why are we giving this to Caleb?
Yeah, and if he doesn't get the sub 2, Caleb just keeps it.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. All right, whoa.
All right, hold on. He's got to get
Just
it.
wait.
He's got to
Gotta
get
get
it first. He's got to get it first. No pressure.
So one comment.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say one comment to make about this segment is that it shows the only use of the L and R buttons in the entire speedrun, and that is to honk the horn.
Be
of course.
as obnoxious as possible.
Yeah, exactly. That is the goal of every Mario RPG runner, is to just honk the horn as much as possible. Now I'm going to shut up so Lack can do this. All right, 38, screen 1, that's good.
great.
Let's go. Screen 2 is
This
definitely
is
the
kind of
hardest.
the make it or break it right here.
Nice.
That's very good.
All right.
All right.
Not over yet.
Nope.
Always nervous there.
That one too.
Yeah.
That small double turn.
Looking
Oh,
good
that
so
was
far.
very
There's a lot
safe.
of breaking, yeah.
Whatever, man. 159 is still sub 2.
It's the 157.
Yeah, this is it. That's what it is. Nice.
He should have it. He should have it.
This could be a 156.
Give us your
All
money.
right, I'm getting my money out
Give
right
us
now.
your money. This is pretty much determined at this point unless Lack completely misses like 4 mushrooms.
He didn't pull a mill on the minecart minigame.
All right.
He's in there.
Let's see the money.
Show me the money.
Nice.
There it is. 156.
156. Matches the checkers.
Yeah, Checkers. That was like Checkers' best minecart, I think.
Yeah.
He said.
All right.
Open up your wallets, chat and crowd. It is time to pay up.
Money, 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 money.
I
Here.
checked before. I only had 4 ones, but I'll donate it as well.
I think Lack needs someone to match the text for him.
No, it's just right in there.
You got change.
You got
Thank-
change.
You got change.
Caleb's the bank now.
Thank you, everybody, for your donation. There will be more. There will be more.
Oh yeah. We still got Booster Hill. We've got lots of good stuff coming
Oh
up.
yeah. SMRPG has it's a 3-hour run, but it has so much like things going on in between. It goes by really quickly.
Is there going to be an incentive for this guy to wreck the couch after the run?
Oh gosh.
Tip us
there's
all
no-
over?
Oh my gosh, this stack of money.
People are actually asking for change over here. That's all right.
We
Good job,
appreciate
Black.
any donation. Thank you. My heart was pounding during that. That was a lot of pressure. So yeah, these guys are gonna show us the way to Booster Tower, which has a pretty cool character.
He's something, all right. On this little platforming section, there's a hidden frog coin and then a really important hidden chest, which has a rock candy in it. Now, put that in your back pocket for a little bit later in the run. And I mean, I'm talking about like 2 hours and 20 minutes into the run, if all goes well.
Also, hopefully Lack will be coming back there and getting some items.
Oh yeah,
Not
there's a second sweep. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Not skipping that section like a
Let's-
certain somebody did.
Yeah, let's remember.
Shout out to my boy Checkers.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh, I completely forgot.
Yeah.
So there's a little, I don't know if it's a glitch, like I don't know if it's intended or not, but if you skip the tutorials earlier in the game, the upcoming tutorial, I'm pretty sure, it like gives you a previous tutorial, like it queues up.
Yeah, it's like, and it's glitched out too. So like, if you, right here is when you get your 4th party member, Bowser.
Yeah.
And if Bowser, or if you say yes to the tutorial on how to use the Switch menu, and you've said no to the other tutorials, the time to tact and the item one, it gives you a really janky, glitchy item tutorial instead of the Switch tutorial for whatever reason.
I didn't know that actually.
Yeah.
I've done it a couple times, but I've always been like
Oh,
just shaking my head in shame. Like I didn't even notice the tutorial.
You've already reset.
Yeah, the reset's already been hit. All right, we joined the Koopa Troop, thank goodness.
Or so we think, or so he thinks.
Thank you.
This is, I think, one of my favorite like platforming areas of the game. There's
Oh,
a lot
absolutely.
of cool movement things here. A lot of small things
Yeah.
that add up.
A lot of inescapable encounters.
Yeah, that too. So it can be kind of treacherous. You didn't face the camera. When you walk in that room, you have like 10 frames to like change your positioning.
I feel like the audience is going to react a certain way to this guy.
Yeah. Really? What do you think?
There it is.
There it is.
There it is.
It's even in the song, so we're...
Oh, no. What have you done, Lack? What have you done?
Hey, Caleb, how much did chat raise? What do you have over there?
We got about.
Yeah, we know
You
you're
gotta
good,
get
we
close
can hear
there,
you.
Mil.
No, we got you.
Yo, we got about 275 smackaroos.
Nice.
Just at the live event.
That's awesome.
I can't imagine how the donation tracker
I
looks
hope,
right
yeah.
now. I hope it's blowing up.
How did the tracker look like? Was it just flying in?
Really important room coming up.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a room, it's a checkerboard room that we call it. And there's a bunch of coins in the ground and also mandatory encounters that he will hopefully skip.
Oh! It's
So
fine.
it's not a big deal. The only thing that happens here is about a 40 second time loss, and then he gets six extra experience, something like that.
I don't remember.
And it's not a huge deal. Extra experience is not really going to come into play unless he gets like more than 35.
Yeah, it really doesn't make it a big deal until you get Peach or Toadstool in the party.
Well, this also might like kind of screw up Land's End a little, but that's not going to be.
It might.
It's definitely far from a run ender. So you can just kind of walk behind the chain chomps, even though Black jumped over them. You actually can just literally hold left through that room.
Just remember to heal.
Mushroom, yeah.
Yeah, get the mushroom.
Thanks.
Yes.
Good call. Good call.
Absolutely. Because what he had to do there was he's a Thunderbolt to end that fight, and normally you wouldn't have to do that. He is at a lower amount of flower points. He's not at max flower points, but he needs to be for Knife Guy Great Guy coming up.
All right, so on the note of donations here, we're processing them right now. We raised $7,500 with that minecart deal, so
Nice.
very nice job, Lack.
Good job,
Wow.
Ty.
What a guy. No,
500.
no frame perfect fall through.
No fall through.
I know you're real upset about that one.
I am very.
All right, so he had to get that mushroom there because he took damage from that encounter that he had previously. You want your whole party members.
Well, he took
full
damage
of it.
and used flower points.
that's
flower
right, too.
points are super important for this too.
Yep, that's right.
Because Mario, you'll finally get to see Fire Orb. And the way Fire Orb works, in case you didn't know, is I believe it's every 8 frames you have to press the Y button, and it's not a mashing thing. And that's how
rhythm.
you do and that's how you do the maximum amount of damage. Ideally, you will see Lack do anywhere from 300 to 320,
Yeah.
unless Terrorize misses. But we won't talk about that because it's not going
We're
to.
mentioning all the bad stuff. Let's just talk about the good stuff.
Exactly.
This is
Like-
a great run, by the way.
Like the fact
It
that
is.
Samus is in this little box on the bottom right corner.
Yeah. Samus actually makes two cameos, and Link does as well.
Yeah.
One cameo in Marrymore Inn, I believe.
Yeah.
F-Zero. Zero. Volcano.
Yeah, ships from the
Yeah.
F-Zero.
This game has a lot of cool little
Easter
cameos
eggs.
or Easter eggs in it.
So this is the hardest mini game in the game.
Yeah.
The Sniffets will be moving at breakneck speed to try and to attempt to defraud Mario.
Lack going for the swag strats there with the nose sticking out.
No more swag. That was enough for me.
He's a
Yeah.
dangerous man.
So the way that the game determines whether or not you are in the zone of getting caught is it's basically split up by the tiles on the floor. So 2 tiles per curtain. And the closer you get to, you know, like the second of the 2 tiles, you can kind of stick Mario's body out. And it looks goofy, but it's extraordinarily risky because if you get caught, then you have to start the whole minigame over again. And if you get caught like 3 times or twice, you have to fight Booster.
Yeah, 3.
And in the test, it's actually faster to fight Booster, correct?
Right,
Yeah.
but that involves freebieing a rock candy
Yep.
like 4 times or something.
Not realistic in an RTS.
If you got caught 3 times as a kid,
Well, the other
Hey,
thing that does fighting Booster, that means that you do not get the amulet.
Yes.
Which is important to this route.
Yep.
And that's what Booster gives you after you find his Mario doll.
Not the sharpest knives in the drawer. but
Yeah.
They finally figured it out.
Clearly not in his likeness whatsoever. What am I gonna do?
If only you had someone who could jump really high. That'd be really nice.
Oh wait.
the answer was
wait,
Mario.
wait, get ready, get ready, because it's about to get heavy.
Also, keep your eyes on the screen here for the password.
Yeah.
Password.
There it is.
Good old.
Shikuku. Thank goodness you remembered the menu.
Yeah,
Not doing that menu is very
it's
costly.
very bad.
Yep.
Because Bowser will, both of these guys are susceptible to fear, and Bowser's initial spell is Terrorize, which happens to be a fear-inflicting move.
Oh God. A little early.
So Terrorize.
Nice.
No.
Got both.
Yeah.
Thank
Terrorize
goodness.
maxes out with like 40 inputs, which you can get very easy on the D-pad.
311. Oh, what?
293.
Hello?
It's fine.
I know.
293 is totally fine. If you get like 280 or 270, then you're in some hot water. I think the new route requires at least 600 damage with Fire Orb, right?
I'm not sure exactly. Here we go.
That's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's fine. And so those Wake Me Up pins that we got earlier
Nice.
are going to come in handy here,
See you, Mario.
and that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
So this fight, he's going to get a flower box drop. If you are very, very lucky with all your other item uses early on, then there's a chance that you will not get that flower box because your inventory is full. And
So you're so lucky that you're actually unlucky as hell.
yeah, you find out later, and then you're just sad.
You're like,
Wait a second.
yeah,
Great
way
fight.
behind on bombs.
All right, good fight there for Lack.
Yeah, that's perfect. All right, I think we have another announcement.
All right,
I didn't
everybody.
get the box. I didn't get it.
What?
I didn't get the flower jar.
That might have just happened.
That may have
I
just
didn't see it
happened.
either. What?
Wasn't there?
right, Okay, well,
you have gotten very lucky this run.
Freebie-
I have.
freebie
Many
the-
items.
freebie
I
the
didn't
red
even think
essence.
about it. That's happened to me like once
Dang.
ever.
All right.
All right, take it away, Pi.
It's time to play everyone's favorite game. That's right. That's right. It's time to play Call Your Shot. The rules are simple. Lack needs to get some flowers on this minigame. If you predict correctly how many gets, you could win a fabulous prize. Let's see it, Chad. How many flowers is he going to get?
12.
10.
Dang, Mill's being hella realistic, just like 10.
So in this section of the mini game, he needs to get at least 7. Anything below 7 is kind of bad, and he's going to have to make up some flowers. A good average is 10, essentially. Anything more than that, it's just bonus.
There's a lot of backup flowers around that only take a couple of seconds to get, going out of your way, and a lot of them take so few time that, or so little time that it's actually like you might as well just not even skip them. There's no reason to they're right there.
These snippets have the worst hitboxes.
The barrels do too. This game is terrible.
There's some questionable hitboxes for sure.
There's no getting around it. This mini game is terrible.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think only Ox has gotten a perfect flower.
Yeah.
On this.
Nice.
A couple of us have gotten one away.
15.
I think you and I both have gotten
I've gotten
15,
15
right?
once.
I've only got my best is 14. I don't. I
But
do
I'm known
not.
for getting 7, so
Yeah, same. I don't pride myself on this mini game whatsoever.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so this is the last cycle here. You can get at most 2 more, 1 more, I think. There it is.
A
Okay.
healthy amount of flowers.
Nice, yeah.
That's good. That's probably 12.
12.
All right, what is it? What's
it
it going to
12?
be? It's 12.
Oh.
Congratulations. If you successfully predicted 12, you've won. What did they win, Lack?
They win a crisp, cool, refreshing Coca-Cola Zero. That's right. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Look at these haters.
I think you meant an Aquafina water right there.
Pepsi, man.
Man,
Watch
no
out.
support, no love at all.
You better
from the
watch
audience.
yourself out in the hallways, Lack. Pepsi Man might be tackling you out there.
Oh man. And so there's one more. I think that's the last point in the game in which you need to prove that you are indeed Mario.
one more.
By
maybe.
jumping.
Nimbus.
Right.
Yeah.
How could I forget?
All right, so this might be one of the worst fights in the game in terms of some bad luck.
One of the worst fights in any RPG I've ever speedrun, I think. All 3 of them.
So I think casually playing this fight, I think the frustrating part of this is, one, like this is like a really hard fight casually if you don't know what you're doing.
Dude,
You're
good.
I'll tell you.
But the second thing is if you die, you have to go all the way back and have to rewatch this cutscene, and it is a long cutscene.
This cutscene is, I don't know, what, 2.5, 3 minutes or something
Yeah.
before you actually begin the fight, and then another, depending on how far into the fight you make it before you die, which is usually a long time.
I'll tell him later. Yeah, so you can get several kisses from Peach if you want to.
Yes, this is
Die a
very
couple
important.
times.
Yeah. Some circles say if you don't get the Peach kiss, you have to turn the console off and walk away, but
Yeah.
I think those circles are grossly misinformed.
She just blesses the run with good RNG the rest of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, the kiss actually has an effect on the freebie luck, actually.
Right.
Read that in a Nintendo Power article.
He doesn't need that flower jar.
Hello?
All right.
Ho ho.
Yeah, these guys are very random.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got it.
They might jump between a pew 10 or 15 times.
Yeah, and it's just like they got the jukes, man.
Yeah.
And
So that was good.
Their
That's very
hitboxes
nice.
can be really weird too, where they like kind of intersect
Yeah.
with each other.
Yeah.
where you don't
they
know which one
collide
you're
with,
getting.
if they collide with you or like with another Sniffit, then it can be.
Sometimes if you talk to one, the game just freezes for like 5 seconds.
Yeah, it's absurd. This,
And you could talk to him from like, he's like a foot behind you.
this whole sequence is just. So this is for certain a Peach kiss.
Yep.
There you go, man.
In there.
Oh yeah, like swimwear.
Mario blushing from the kiss.
Are you leaking, my dear?
Yeah, so what should I do about this no flower jar?
You should probably
Freebie the red essence.
buy no fright bomb or and one less fire bomb. Or get the red essence.
Yeah, the menu might be a little slower,
That's fine.
but yeah.
No
Or
fr-
freebie the red essence would be
No
nice.
fright bomb, huh?
Just Geno boost.
Oh, Geno boost instead, yeah, for Balloon too.
Yep.
Do you like a billion jumps?
So, the chefs, I think there are 4 total or 6 total attacks that you have to block before you get into the candle phase of Bunt. You really want to perfect block all of them, even with Bowser, because after a certain combinations of attacks, Bowser and Geno could be alive with 1 HP. And so you don't want to deal with half blocks. Mario will have the red essence on the second turn, so
He'll
it's
be
not as
fine.
big a deal. Yeah.
He has a lot of items though to heal. We've already
We've
figured that
established
out.
that. Yeah. That's absurd, man. So this is the red essence that we got in a hidden chest all the way in,
It's fine.
all the way back in Forest Maze. Putting it to good use. The red essence gives Mario or anybody that it's used on 3 turns of invincibility.
While that cake was good we had in the hallway, wasn't very happy that Bunch showed up to SGDQ.
It was a good cake.
Let's have another.
The cake's alive.
All right, so this
Shout
is
outs to Karua.
this is the phase that where I guess you could say is like the worst in terms of like the luck. So the way it works out, the second phase is it's not based on damage. You'll see Lack not timing any of his attacks. It's based on putting the candles out.
Yo.
Nice.
Oh,
Very
baby.
good.
So he has a whole host of things that he can do, and physicals are by far the greatest.
It's 50-50.
They're fast
Yeah.
and they're blockable.
Yeah, and they don't do nasty status
that's-
effects.
Wow.
Perfect. Wow.
The fast orb on Gino though, that's
Yeah,
one of
that's
the
the
hardest
hardest
things
to
in the
block.
game to prepare for.
I was not ready for
The fastball is dangerous.
They give you a slow ball and it does like half the damage. So
So if
Okay.
Lack can get no sandstorms,
It's fine.
as I say that, you
you
messed
might
it
miss
up.
Gino. Whatever.
Okay, so Gino's dead.
He,
Nice.
what? All right.
He's good.
He's got it, yeah, regardless of what happens, I think.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's fine. Just pick Mario up.
Yep, so he's going to pick up Mario here, so Mario doesn't have the fear status anymore, and he's just going to jump and finish it. I would say that's an above
That was
average
good, yeah.
fight.
Love
for
that
very
Mario.
good.
kick, yeah.
Everyone ever would take that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in the candle phase, Bunt could drop a sandstorm or 2 or 3 on you if he so felt like. Well, not 3, I guess.
So he can give you
If
as many as he wants.
If somebody dies, then it could easily be more. But you ideally only want the candle phase to last 2 turns.
Yeah.
And he was very, very generous.
Gino is the key to that fight in the candle phase. If he dies, you've automatically lost at least 1 turn.
Yeah.
And if it goes long enough, then Mario's red essence will run out and he will die very fast.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can't win the fight with 1 character.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a fight I would take every single time.
Now we got another amazing cutscene.
Yeah, it's a really good cutscene. As
one
Bowser,
bite.
Booster eats the entire cake in 1 bite and then is somehow upset.
The wedding's over.
It's so good I
Yeah.
could cry.
Cake has been eaten.
It's a wrap.
All right, so I would say the run is kind of divided into like 2 halves almost. You have like the first half up to Bunt where there's a lot of like fights that you're going to gain or lose time based on like the patterns the boss does.
Right.
And then past that point, a lot of it's going to be relying on super jumps, which is way more execution based.
And there's still going to be some luck with bomb freebies and stuff,
Yeah.
and patterns and counter attacks, stuff like that.
But it's a lot more controllable and a lot less like volatile in terms of time losses.
Yes, exactly. The biggest issue as far as time gain or time loss is easily bomb freebies. Lack is in an interesting position without this flower jar. but-
Yeah, it's going to make the seaside menu a lot different. I'll probably just take it a little slower so I don't oversell.
Are you going to save beforehand?
Of course.
Yep.
I'm thinking you should not firebomb the second set of tentacles. Or the one that Mario throws does 240 each. Or
How would
no,
you-
No,
No, you got to
No,
do that
you
because
gotta
they
do it.
fear
Yeah.
they fear Bowser.
That would be.
so.
It messes up the pattern too.
We're just gonna get
All right.
freebies.
That's
Yeah,
it.
that's
it's
all we
easy.
gotta
That's easy
do.
too.
It's easy. He just has to press the button at the
Uh-huh.
right time,
That's
and he gets
right.
it every time, right?
That's
So
right.
Another small route change is that because Mallow becomes useless at this point of the route, we don't use him anymore. We never grabbed the Froggy Stick because we didn't need a weapon for him. We just needed the 2 damage on the Bowyer fight. So we wait until now to grab the Cricket Pie for Frog Fuchsias. The Cricket Pie is that item that Mallow meant to come and get anyway from the shopkeeper. He was on an errand. That's when we found him. And the Cricket Pie is required to advance the story at this point. After we have this cutscene, then we have to go to talk to Frog Fuchsias, and he will tell us about Star Hill, a magical place.
You got to make sure you talk to him twice.
Yes, because the first time is when he gives you the Froggy Stick, and the second time is when he gives you the advice about Star Hill. And I've made that mistake going all the way to Marymore, and oh wait, I can't go any further.
This is a nice 3.5-minute cutscene.
Yeah,
This is probably the worst part about playing on English. Just have to sit here and press A over and over.
ass boring cutscene.
Yeah, it was called ABC.
If you got some donations, now is a great time.
All right.
Please.
Thank you. First of all, we have a $1,000 donation from Straveris.
Wow.
Wow, nice.
All right, Straveris,
Thank
thanks,
you.
man.
And he says, let's beat SGDQ 2015, guys.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
We also have a $500 donation from Ezekiel III, who says, did you say 5 or 500? Whatever. A deal's a deal.
Nice.
He put it all on the line.
I have a $110 donation from Eric P., who says, thank you for a fun and informative bunch of runs to distract me all week. Great to have Lack and his fun crew, bringing it home with one of my all-time favorites. Here's a bonus tenner for that sub-2 minecart run.
If you watch closely here, you can see Mario make the XOR face as Peach is going upstairs because she can't handle what's going on. I have no idea why he makes that face.
But it owns.
But yeah, just watch Mario closely when Peach tries to exit.
Yeah.
So I think you guys are going to know this next donation. We have a $500 donation from our own Power Up Audio.
Nice.
Yo, you guys rock. All of you guys are awesome.
And they say, Power Up Audio here. Thanks again for an amazing week. Hopefully we'll see everyone again soon. But for now, do it up, Black. Choo choo.
Choo choo.
You need your whistle, man.
That was a one-time thing.
Oh, yeah? All right. Can't have too much of a good thing.
Yeah, that's right.
There it is, right
Right here.
there. Like, why?
It's great.
It is great. He's like, it's like he's mocking her. Oh, you gotta cut her in half.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
I think I remember how to do it.
Just press X.
Hey. It's right when I walk outside, right?
Yeah. Sorry, that sounded super patronizing.
Like here?
Right. After you clear the
Oh.
text box, then do it. Okay. Do it now.
All right, see you later.
Rest in
Peach.
peace, Peach.
Nice.
All right. Oh.
Whatever.
Yeah, when the first low-level race that Pi and myself did with Sesh, I got to this point, and I don't know what compelled me to open the menu, but I did as she was falling, and then I just happened upon that little glitch. So that's a neat little glitch to show off during marathon runs.
There's actually a strategy to where you walk back into the castle there, and walk back out, and by the time you walk out, she's already at the bottom, which saves a second.
Yeah, but we didn't do that because this is much cooler.
Yeah.
Cypher was not pleased that was brought up.
I won't name any names, but somebody didn't check that.
Oh man.
Seriously though, shoutouts to Cypher hasn't been saying much. He's been watching, but Cypher is like one of the granddads of this game. He's put in a lot of time, a lot of research, a lot of the stats that we have in terms of numbers and frame data.
So much frame
Comes
data,
from
like absurd amounts of work.
Yeah, it comes from a lot of the OG runners, and Cypher being one of the main ones from that. So
Checkers too. and of course,
Speaking of
our
checkers.
buddy Ox was. But yeah, speaking of checkers,
Yeah, this,
booster pass revisit. It's almost imperative, especially since Lack is down a flower jar. He will get a Kiro Kiro Cola, a frog coin, and a flower. The Kiro Kiro Colas that he's been picking up along the way are not to be used. They are to be sold, and they sell for 200 coins each. I guess we should talk a little bit about the Seaside menu as well. In this game, something that makes menus so dynamic and interesting, I guess, is that, well, this one in particular, because it's the only one where it really comes into play. The game has a coin cap at 999, and you can. It doesn't stop you from overselling, but if you sell something for 500 coins and you have 998 coins, you'll get 999 coins. That's it. It doesn't go any higher than that. And so the whole menu that you're going to see in Seaside Town once he gets there is going to just be repeated selling and buying of his inventory and equipment. He's going to sell all of his equipment that he has gained up to this point, except for like the amulet, the experience booster, and all of his work pants. And then he's also going to sell all of his items except for the rock candy and buy a bunch of bombs. There are elemental bombs, ice bombs, and fire bombs. And then there's also a fright bomb, which he may or may not be buying, which inflicts the fear status and does 100 damage.
quick shout out to my brother.
Be a plumber, like my great brother.
Oh, I need that one.
Oh yeah,
One
you
of
need to
two
do this.
Luigi references.
Yeah. The Luigi is not in this game, unfortunately. He got the shaft.
Was not the year of Luigi when they made this game. In
Wario is not in
1996.
this game either, nor is Waluigi.
They are not happy about that.
There's only room enough for one mustache. Sorry. What was that?
Dang. Tough crowd.
This is a really tough crowd tonight.
So this is about as close as we get to a second bathroom break. I think we have about 40 seconds of downtime for this star.
42.3.
Okay, there you go.
Got
Yeah,
it timed.
he has a pace bin of all of the downtimes in the game. Unfortunately, it does not include the use of turbo, but we'll have that conversation another day. All right, so that's Star Hill. Just do it.
This is it. This is the
That was all the help we got from Cypher, by the way, in his pace bin. Star Hill, just do it. Now Claude wrote the pace bin, and he's like, bottom middle, bottom right, bottom center, top left, top right. Yeah, I don't even know how to do Star Hill. I just read the pace bin. I've been playing this game for like a year. That's true. So that's the fake elder of Seaside Town. You need to talk to him just to advance the story and open up the sea, which is the next map location. And this is the Tadpole Disciple, or he's going to get the experience booster.
Nice experience booster buy. Didn't buy the
See ya.
Sia.
Yeah, buying any
Sia.
other buying the Sia or any other frog coin item is just
No fright,
You
right?
say Sia to your speed run.
Oh my gosh, all those freebies.
Yeah, that's why he had no flower jar.
I'm gonna do this.
Oh, you wanted that froggy drink?
I got to.
Oh,
He
I
free- he
freebied
freebied
it,
one,
of
yeah.
course.
oh, okay.
So here is where we can just say bye Mallow. We unequip all of his stuff. It's official. He is in fact dead. Yeah, that's all we can do. We're down. We're short two or
One
one
fire bomb and a fright bomb.
and a fright bomb.
so
Okay.
We'll make
Could
do
be
without
worse.
it.
Ice bombs, I believe, are the most valuable.
That has never happened to me in a speedrun, but it can happen.
Okay. So don't mind him. He's just opening the menu while getting a star and switching the positions of Mario and Toadstool. I mean, Mallow and Toadstool. Don't mind that. You know, he's just all he's doing is teaching Shocker to Toadstool.
Yeah.
No big deal.
No.
So the way that works is it's been long known that you could do this, where you could have two people level up with a star, and switch their positions by abusing like a trampoline in Land's End, for instance. Until about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, the Claude figured out that if you jump and open the menu at the same time underneath a star chest, you can switch the positions of people in your menu and teach abilities to a character that doesn't normally learn them. So by the time the level up sequence occurs, it still thinks that Toadstool's in this position, Mallow's in this position. But since they switched, Toadstool hit level 10 and Mallow hit level 7. The game thought Mallow hit level 10 and Toadstool hit level 7. So in essence, Peach just learned Shocker.
Yeah.
And the reason why that's important is Peach, when you get each partner, they come out with like different amount of levels. So Bowser has like a specific level. Peach comes in at the highest level. She's level 10. And so her special is already really high. So giving her Shocker is going to allow you to do a lot more damage, and it's going to be able to like do different strategies for boss fights that you normally wouldn't be able to do with Mallow.
Black,
Yo.
did you put the experience booster on Toadstool?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, this entire rerouting process
I believe so.
will be seen on your well.
I always do it in
I'm pretty sure he
the puzzle room, so
Yeah, he
that
did.
freaked me out when you didn't. Okay.
Yeah,
I was not paying close enough attention.
all of the rerouting will come in fruition on Eurydivic. You're gonna have the Shocker ability with Peach, and that allows you to use your high-cost bombs later in the run.
Yeah, normally
Yeah.
the old route used to be like buy a bunch of fright bombs and just chuck them at Yared, and that was both slow and depending on whether you wanted to skip Pandorite or not, pretty required a lot of freebies. Nice. Okay.
Nice. That's good.
So
we needed
I'm
that.
back
we
to
need
even.
we
Is that
need
two?
we need fire
That's one.
freebies.
One.
So
We're back to even
yeah,
now.
we're back to even. We need two more ideally. One we need for the Axum Rangers, and the second would be nice to have, but not required for Dodo. It's not required for Axums either, but the strategy for using a firebomb is much easier to execute.
Do we have
That
time for a
matters.
really quick donation?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, so we have a $275 donation from the SGDQ SMRPG crowd via Caleb.
Nice.
You guys rock.
Yeah, thank you.
And he says 275 smackers from the audience as promised. Shoutouts to Pi for being an awesome promotion, dude.
The linebacker almost gotcha.
Yeah, that fish is well gifted.
Yeah.
Yo, the jump.
The jump, Sean Cass. Sean Cass is so excited right now. Yeah, okay, nice.
Yeah, so the amulet, not only is it used for its very good stats, but we use it to slow down certain characters in a lot of fights.
Yeah, we want to manipulate the turn order.
Yeah. Usually you want Geno to go first because he can Geno boost the character with the amulet. So it's very useful.
All right, so coming up, we are going to be doing super jumps for the first time, and this is like super serious. It's very important. So I'm just going to say, everyone.
And I believe Lack had made some arrangement about turning up the game volume.
Yeah, just a hair, please. Thank you.
Have fun, Lack.
Yeah,
Thanks,
dude.
man.
No pressure.
Hopefully I freebie this last firebomb.
Yeah, that would be nice.
How dare you dodge the barrel?
How dare you?
Shout outs to Donkey.
The deafening silence of no freebie.
Yeah.
Never lucky, man.
The deafening silence, absolutely. So there's Mario hitting level 9, so we're going to give him attack power like we did at level 6. Mallow's useless, so we continue to give him HP.
All right. Good luck, Lack.
Thanks.
This is it. Yeah, imperative menu here.
And what is the number we want to see?
866.
All right.
Please do not move. Thank you.
Yeah, there it is.
Thank you. Thank you.
There you go. So he just saved 20 minutes later on in the game.
Yeah. So a lot of if you've ever played this game casually, you probably have never done that before.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to do. And what doing 100 super jumps, you can only do that's the maximum amount you can do. And when you do 100, the game gives you the super suits, which is an incredibly useful piece of armor. Anybody in your party can wear it. If you do 30, you also get the attack scarf, which is a Mario-only accessory, but that is also incredibly useful and
The
prevents...
best 2 items in the game.
Yeah, pretty
Three
much.
ice. 3 ice.
Let's go. This is it.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah, so after the 13th jump, or 14th, there are it's a 3-frame window to hit those jumps. So you need to do that 87 times.
Yeah.
An SMRPG is a 60 frames per second game, so that's about 1/20th of a second for each jump that you have to do about 87 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to keep it. I think it takes about 75 seconds to do 100 super jumps. So
And you have to do it a lot.
it's the longest 75 seconds of your life.
Yeah, it's always nerve-wracking, no matter how bad or how good a pace you're on. I mean, I wear a heart rate monitor. My heart rate's been over 140 doing those. So full workout sitting on my desk.
Messing it up the first time, going for a second time, your eyes are already tired.
Yeah, I
Usually if
know.
he dropped it like 60, I think.
Yeah.
All right, so this is where the ability swap glitch is going to first come in handy.
Yeah.
So yeah, Peach before was not used except to die. Like that was what you used Peach for.
Yeah.
But now she has become Super Peach, and she is going to wreck Smithy and all of her minions, all of his minions.
Including this guy.
Yeah, this guy's a chump, and he's about to get lightning bolted.
He has a flower growing out of his back.
So early on, we took 2 HP level ups on Gino, and that is to survive this upcoming attack. which-
By like 1 HP,
yeah,
right?
Turn 1 will always be Water Blast.
Okay. So we want to see 243 from every shocker. 202 means a missed time, so we're going to talk minimal throughout the fight. Because I'm sure that Lack uses an audio cue like the rest of us.
Yeah. It's on the second. That's how you know.
Nice
Yo.
freebie.
8 seconds. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
How about an ice freebie?
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yo.
Flamestone's good.
Flamestone is good.
Gotta heal Mario anyway.
Kiro colas and red essences and a few other items have a lower freebie chance than most items. Just should be pointed out.
Never lucky.
Deafening silence. Nice.
Very
Alright.
nice.
Need one. Need one. There it is.
Hey! Perfectly timed.
He timed it perfectly, yeah.
Nice.
All right.
All right,
That's a
we're
good
back
fight,
on
good
track
fight.
now.
Yeah.
We're back on
So
track.
he's even on bombs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the old route, which used fright bombs, you just chuck fright bombs at him. If after you do a certain amount of damage to your Erdovic, he splits into the Mirage form, where one of them is fake and one of them is real. The strategy now actually does enough damage that skips that phase entirely, which is really nice. But it requires timing all of your shockers properly.
Shout outs to the best music in this game.
Agreed.
Going shopping in Rippletown.
If you had told the fake Elder no like 4 or 5 times and you get 1 coin from this, but he's gonna get a flower box from here.
Yeah, I
Tickled to death.
actually did that. You guys tickled to death. I did that
Yeah,
in
he
a
gets
run
tickled to
once. So he gives you a flower box, and that's 500 coins. When the fake elder asks you to hand over the star, if you say no, then he gives you a less expensive item every time until he gives you 1 coin.
Reminder to sell the flower box and not the rock candy.
Yes, do that.
And now the music is just awesome. It's not the best. Oh my gosh, this guy.
my goodness. Formless, go away, dude.
Dude, I'm not dealing with this guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
smart
good call.
move.
Good call. Good
So at a
call.
practice run, I ran into this formless guy, which you can't run away from, and it was a race against Mill we had, and I lost like 2 minutes.
He was
So,
trying to get that red essence,
yeah.
which is safety in the first place.
All right, I'm doing fast geckos for Mill.
Oh, baby.
Oh, almost forgot. Yo.
Nice.
Nice job.
That saves 1 second and could probably lose like 30. So, still important.
These donut platforms are so awkward to jump on.
Yep. It feels like weird, just like out of rhythm.
Yeah, because Mario kind of locks in place on them. You can't move like left or right on them. So you have to wait for his body to stop moving and lock down before you can jump again.
So we got some more freebie opportunities here.
We have three more armored ant fights.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we need another ice freebie.
Remember, Mario does have XP booster on him right now, so he's going to be leveling up very quickly.
And Mario is the main person that benefited from the death abuse, so putting the experience booster on him is really good. We will be leaving Land's End with a level 14 Mario. Plenty of pick-me-up drops, but no ice
Yeah,
bomb
loving
freebies.
those pick-me-ups.
These guys they're juke artists. Seriously.
Dang it.
Unreal.
Unreal. I
timing
must
is
have
so
been
hard.
a frame late.
Are you using my cart?
Yeah. All the freebies on the small, unimportant items to buy that second bad mushroom we really wanted.
At least you'll have it for Dodo.
Never lucky.
Huh.
So
you-
plus 1 firebomb because we used 3 ice on Yard, but we have 0 extra ice bombs at this point.
So you still have one for...
I have 1 for Axons.
Okay, thank goodness.
And he still
All
has
the
a
pauses.
chance- He still has a chance to get a couple freebies off of the Smilex.
That was fine. You'll get
Nice.
Yeah.
You had more than enough time.
I had a lot of experience because I hit
The fireball.
I hit the fireball and something else, I think.
one. Yeah. He didn't stop on purpose. Well, when you got those 4 chows, the game just freezes at that exact experience route.
Maybe let me save.
Sorry.
So when you get off what our typical experience route is, you might get like random pauses in places which will shorten the time that your star will go. So can throw things off even more.
Just pay this guy 100 coins.
Your escape route later on.
That's also a good thing to bring up when Lack was really adamant about saying sell the flower box when he got to Seaside Town. The flower box that the real Elder gives you, worth 500 coins, allows Lack to buy the extra star, the second star in Land's End, as well as pay the trampoline shaman there so that he can have a fast exit once he backtracks through here after Monster Town.
Are you going to skip the scroll, Black?
Sure.
He's going for it.
Oh, wow.
It's not saved like half a second. We'll see if it pays
We'll
off.
find out if when we go down this pipe if it paid off.
Oh,
never lucky.
That's a 50-50 chance.
For fun. Why
Skipping the
not?
scroll. I haven't heard about that in years.
Ah, there it is.
So if you lose the coin flip 7 times in a row, the game forces it to give you that.
Oh, really? I don't think I knew that.
Yeah.
Shocker? It was Shocker?
Yeah, do shocker.
Yo, nice. So I probably need to do like 65 or something.
I would do 7.
So yeah, super jump time. Nice.
There's enough.
Very good.
That was barely enough, actually. I had like 24 overkill.
Nice math.
Yeah. I was thinking about that like when I was in Seaside Town about 30 minutes ago.
So normally you would want to use a fright bomb with Peach in that fight, which he didn't have the money for. And then you would attack with Gino. And you would want to do like 60 jumps, depending on the roll that Gino gets.
Ah, no sign jump, dude.
Oh, that's coming.
The reverse
It's
line
on the way
jump.
back.
Yo, 100 jumps. We're definitely in there now.
You deserve a prize.
Yeah, so we get the attack scarf in this super suit. Mario can only wear the attack scarf. Anybody can wear the super suit, so everybody's going to wear the super suit except for Mallow.
Poor Mallow.
Mallow is pretty much useless now, as mentioned earlier, but the attack scarf, I don't know why I did that, but it would look cool. The attack scarf does adds 30 to every single stat, so attack, defense, magic attack, magic defense. And does it do speed as well, or just not speed?
I don't
I don't
know.
know.
I'm not
it
sure.
gives immunity to.
Yeah,
Instant death
instant
attack.
kill.
Death.
So, yeah, it takes away the instant death. That'll come in handy later. And the super suit adds 50 to everything, 30 to speed, and takes away elemental damage.
To put
So
that in
it's-
perspective, the amulet, which is really good, increases by like 7.
Yeah, everything's 7, so
Mario becomes a powerhouse.
yeah.
It's way better than the lazy shell.
Yeah. But yeah, getting the super suit is definitely an accomplishment in this game. I didn't get it until November 2014, and I was so excited because I'd never actually seen it on my own TV.
It's a wonderful feeling.
Yeah.
Yo.
Nice sign jump. Most important trick in the game.
Very important.
Jump on the wooden scarecrow.
Would this be a good time for donations right now?
Sure.
Okay. We have a $866 donation from Yazuki Yukari,
Nice.
who says,
866.
bonk, 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 $1 for each damage dealt.
Nice.
Thank you very much. It's a cool donation.
We also have a $322 donation from Joseph128 who says, Super Mario RPG was the first real RPG I played and one of my favorite games of all time. The runner and couch are great with insightful commentary and excellent gameplay. Thanks for all the amazing charity work GDQ has done, and I hope we break the record. Speaking of which, good luck on these jumps.
So he's going to attempt to do this mini game in under 12 seconds. Yeah. So he can get the Troopa pin. And a Troopa pin is essentially like having a time.
Oh, that's
996. Yo!
998.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
man. That's good. Sub 10 is amazing.
Yeah, that's really good.
The Troopa pin is essentially like having a Geno boost on a character. So it is, as you can obviously tell, is a pretty sick accessory to have.
Not the bees.
Not the bees. Nice. I like that room 2 strat,
Very
actually.
safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Mill, take notes. I'm just gonna save. Just why not?
Is there any speed game where bees are actually good?
Has anyone ever
not that
died
I
on
play.
this fight? That's the question.
No, you can reset if he doesn't get any freebies, dude.
All right, so this is our last chance of getting those ice bomb freebies. 2 chances here.
Each of these mini Smilaxes have 200 HP.
Nice.
So that was a good damage roll from Bowser. If you get the worst luck, then you cannot kill him.
You also have to
Turn.
time Hurley gloves properly, which is a feat in itself.
Yeah.
Trooper Shell.
I made Trogdor put up the Hurley glove timings on there, so I
you
could
go.
learn how to do it.
Man,
Dude, it's okay.
One
How many
more.
times have we had this kind of run?
Yeah, you should be used to this by now.
Yeah, really.
still get the jump on Czar.
Yeah. All right.
That's 1. So that's going to mean, what, 24-ish jumps on
Yeah.
Czar Dragon,
Yeah.
assuming you're level 15 when you get there?
25.
Okay.
Have we talked about damage rolls at all?
No, not
Yep.
really. When a character has just an unarmed attack, that will do the same amount of damage every time as long as you like the damage is static. The perfect attack, the half attack or half time, and the unarmed or untimed. But if you equip a weapon, then it imposes a certain damage range for each perfect time, half time,
Yeah, based on your
untimed.
stats.
Yeah.
So we make use of that.
Yes. And it's easy to, if you play the game enough, you recognize, how much damage you're supposed to be doing, and whether what you did fell in that range or not.
Yeah, none of the fights are routed around a real strict damage roll.
Yeah.
But
sometimes there can be
The
small time
minimums-
savers, but
Yeah, the minimums can be bad.
oh baby, the jump.
The jump, another jump.
Second part. Part 2.
I'm jumping to these
Look
vines.
at these crisp vines. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Too soon, countdown.
Okay.
Those are very awkward to do.
Yeah.
The camera.
Yeah, you have to do like a diagonal movement. Oh, thank you. You have to do like a diagonal movement.
And you have to let go with the down on the D-pad, otherwise you're just gonna climb off.
It's very awkward, but we really strive to do that to save those 5 seconds in the whole vine climb.
All right, we got a lot of cutscenes coming up, so
Yes,
it's a great
this
time for
is-
donations.
Great time.
Just as a reminder to everybody, we're about $56,000 away from SM64. Let's get some hype going. Let's get this through. Please, please, please get those donations in, guys, if you want to see that 70-star race.
Cheese did not come from Spain to not play.
Yeah, really.
That would be.
Yeah, make it happen, people.
What is your favorite kind of cheese?
I love pepper jack and cheese.
Oh, and Benny
05.
came from England
I was-
as well. Yeah.
I'm a big fan of the Chipotle Gouda
Ooh.
cheese. Yeah, only at Publix, where shopping's a pleasure.
These sponsors.
And sub sandwiches are excellent. Publix is not a sponsor of GDQ or my stream.
All right. We have a $44 donation from BMAT who says 100 super jumps, sub 2-minute minecart, max skip, decent freebie luck, simply incredible run so far. Keep it up, LackAttack. I'm rerunning this awesome game casually on the Wii U. It can only manage 44 super jumps this time. So 44 is how much I'll donate. Fingers crossed for a sub 3-hour run, and let's use some Mario 64 so I can stay up even later tonight.
So, right here, he bought a weapon for Mario, the Mega Glove. It's like, I think probably the second strongest weapon in the game, or maybe the third strongest. I think I'm missing one more besides the lazy shell, which doesn't
It's
count.
Ultra Aimer.
The frying pan?
No, sorry, for Mario.
Oh, for
Ultra
Mario.
Aimer.
Yeah, so second strongest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and Lazy Shell. Yeah.
Yeah, but who cares about the lazy shell? Imagine having a damage range of like 100.
Yeah,
that's
it's
not
pretty
cool.
bad. It's horrible for routing. You
Yeah.
just don't even put it in.
And it's like 5 minutes out of our way,
Yeah.
which is, I guess, another thing we should have mentioned about getting the super suit. But so he bought the Mega Glove, and he bought a couple of backup recovery items, some mid mushrooms, maple syrups, able juice pick-me-ups, and he also got rid of his amulet and a pair of work pants because we will not be using Mallow anymore.
Yeah.
And
Makes a couple
we kind of
menus
just like,
earlier easier.
yeah, exactly, just
most-
not having that in the inventory.
Yeah, most of the menus are now just one button push after selecting the item to equip or de-equip.
Yeah.
So it makes it really easy. You don't even have to look at the menu to do it. You could just muscle memory. So yeah, I like this music, but this is like my least favorite part of the game because you're just smashing text, and there's a cool platforming scene in the middle, but it takes a long time, and then after this, it's game on. I mean, the rest of the game is just so much fun to play. But yeah, this is like the calm before the storm because there's a lot of action coming up.
If your heart is still beating from the super jumps, you can finally relax.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
yeah. Yeah, once you see you got the super suit in Monster Town, it's a pretty good time to relax. But
Because the mid game is kind of a gauntlet, not necessarily like really hard, but it definitely has several butt clenchers, like the super jumps. You're worried about your freebies,
sure.
Jumps on Belome, stuff like that, and you're obviously how well you're platforming too.
The bees.
The
There are some
bees,
scary spots. with
Yeah.
The bees and whatnot.
So this is definitely good decompression time, even if it is a little too long.
Yeah.
But
We do have a $500 donation from Anonymous
okay.
who says,
I'm
one
listening.
more game, one more game, one more game.
Lack could just do another run,
Yeah.
low level. Right?
Yeah, low level.
Get a low level.
Take it into next week. I still have not finished one. I've started about 4. But yeah, we just want to talk a little bit about our community.
Yeah, this is a good
we
time.
have a really cool group of people that play this video game. Recently, we've made a website, and we have many contributors that basically teach you how to play this game from nothing. I have a tutorial video up. We have an IRC channel, we have a Discord, so like if you want to become a part of this community, feel free. Don't be scared of super jumps. We have a non-super jump route that is timed to like 22 minutes slower than the record, so it's still a fun game to play without super jumps.
It's a good way to ease new players
Yeah,
into the
absolutely.
process of
The
doing
other
it.
timings.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
lots of other timings to worry about besides super jumps that can make
Absolutely.
or break the run in other spots.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you can join a race with us on SRL and forfeit after missing max skip.
sounds familiar.
Here's
Oh,
our buddy
man.
Dodo, who has the eyesight of our buddy Milnium.
It's true.
That's true.
You wore your contacts today, right?
No.
So you can jump as much as you want, but as soon as Dodo like leans back to start pecking at you, then you have to stop until, or that's when you have to like really concentrate and not land on him.
Yeah.
Getting caught here is bad. Completing this minigame without getting caught will get you the feather, which increases speed by a lot.
The only clipping in the game. Nice.
When I was
For
a
now.
kid, I spent so much time trying to get out of bounds there. Like, Dodo can do it. Why can't I do it?
Yeah, for sure.
And they tease you later on with the item by the forky in the hallways.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. The secret chest.
Yeah.
Good save. This castle is very treacherous. Not so much that you're in danger of dying, but you can lose a lot of HP and time. Like if you get into a group of heavy troopers, for instance,
Yep.
as
it's
I know
bad.
all too well, and then the evasion stat in this game rears its ugly head, and
Pretty broken.
then after 14 attempts of running away, you're still in the fight.
Yeah, and the fan can actually have a few like kind of scary enemies in there as well.
Yeah, if he brings his friends to the party.
Yeah, so this room, there's a little treasure box behind that stairwell.
Yeah. You can like climb out of bounds and then jump. It's hidden.
Yeah. If you're ever interested in running the 100% of this game, you'd have to get all treasure boxes. So that'd be something you'd run into. Hidden treasure boxes.
Also, Lack just got. If you talk to the blue guy in the.
Oh gosh, please.
Wrong
Oh,
button.
hello. I hit the B button, not the A button.
If you talk to the blue guy in the room where all of the Nimbus people are captured, that was nice, by the way.
Yeah, that was pretty smooth.
Getting behind that heavy troopa is no easy task. Talking to the blue guy nets you a flower jar. It's optional completely, but
Yeah,
It's nice to have.
Yeah, it's in case you run you use extra FP in the volcano for Stump It.
This is a very scripted fight.
yeah. Similar to the bunt candle phase, you want to just attack on untimed attack because it's about how many times you attack him and not necessarily how much damage you do. Although I think there is
There's an initial.
there's an initial
cap you have to
threshold.
hit.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, after 2 turns, you want Birdo to hatch.
You're gonna-
Oh, go ahead.
You're going to defend with Bowser and Geno. 3 attacks, and Birdo will do an extra attack with a dialogue box. And you can skip that if Mario does 3 time punches, and then you just throw an item at Bowser, and she's gone.
Did I see 263s?
No, you did not. There were 230 and 236.
Oh goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
So this is where some damage rolls can help out. If you get like 250 and all 250s, then she'll die. from
Yeah, you
Mario's
can cut
punch.
out. Yeah, you can cut out that bad mushroom there.
The old route actually didn't need that bad mushroom just because of Mario was a higher level
Yeah.
at this point.
Nice.
2-frame window.
Good room.
Yeah, that was pretty nice.
The setup.
Big skip here. Shout out to BJW.
Pie's shaking his head at that setup, Black.
Shake all you want, man.
What's
The
that?
fan
The
skip is
BJW or
real.
the fan skip?
The fan
The
skip.
setup.
Fan
You
skip.
wasted those frames, dude.
You just press right and you jump, dude.
I'm not good enough. I'm not as good as Pie.
It's not even
Oh,
at,
please.
at that point, you know,
It's the
he's not even wasting frames. He's just like gaining back potential time loss from running into the running into the fan. He's taking his time, hedging his bets.
We got time for a quick donation?
Plenty.
Yeah.
This one's rather interesting, actually. We have a $500 donation from Anonymous.
Woo.
Very awesome. All right, I'm going to try to do my best here. In a world where all was peaceful in the Mushroom Kingdom until Smithy the Sword shattered the Star Road. So with his old enemy Bowser and a marshmallow who throws lightning, Mario fought evil wedding cakes and killer Venus flytraps and recovered the 7 stars!
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's an accurate summation of this video game.
I would watch a Mario RPG movie.
Who would play Mallow? Danny DeVito.
Oh no.
It's pretty tight maneuvering through here, but. Oh,
Yeah, those
hello?
birds, if you get an encounter, there might be 5 of them, and they all use Blizzard.
Yeah, it's really bad.
It's like,
It does a lot of damage and
And-
it's slow. It's slow.
So if you remember back in 30 or 40 minutes ago, Lack got a star where he was killing a bunch of enemies. Was it a? It was a.
the gecko?
The geckos, yeah.
Oh, and Land's End.
Land's End. If he misses one of those enemies, he actually has to kill a few more birds with the star to balance out the XP.
Yeah, those
and
2 stars in Lands End, the first one gives like 15 experience per, and then the second one that you buy gives like 5 each. So you want to kill the bottom gecko with the first star, which is actually a
Yeah, you get a
saves
significant.
time.
You get a significant, significantly more experience for killing the gecko with the first star. If you don't, because the timing is kind of tight, you can double back when you get the star in Nimbus Castle just now, like Lack did, or didn't do rather. You double back through the screen transition. You kill the first 2 birds. It wastes a little bit of time. There's 2 extra screen transitions, but you have just enough time to get through there and then get back and kill Dodo.
So this part without a firebomb's actually kind of scary. If I didn't have a bad mushroom, it would be extra scary. Because Bowser goes solo with Dodo here. Nice. Flutter Rush is a good start.
The other thing that makes this fight dangerous is that Dodo can counterattack.
Nice.
So I think this is it.
Yeah. This is one of the few times you don't want to see a normal physical attack. It's like really, really hard to block.
Yeah, like he can use Flutter Hush, his normal attack, or he can do multi-strike, and multi-strike is like completely free. It's a perfect block.
Yeah, if he uses 2 physicals, it happens very fast.
Yeah, because he can counterattack.
Yeah, the counter.
And then use a physical again, and if you're not ready, it's incredibly dangerous. That's like if you mistime both blocks, it's like 112 damage right there. You're toast.
You have no threat of dying in this fight.
Yeah.
And the Valentina
It's almost
section
impossible.
of it. Yeah. But Mario can miss, which will waste a turn, and Valentina's spells are very slow. But Mario won't take more than like 15 damage from any attack.
I would like to note real quick, we are $50,000 away from SM64. Do you guys think we can do it? I think we can do it.
I'd say so.
We've raised so much in the past few minutes.
Nice Drain Beam.
Mistimed that attack, so I have to do an extra one. Valentina?
Valentina is not being nice.
No.
And then when we say not being nice, like, she's totally free, but her using physicals is so much faster than any of the garbage she can throw at you.
Yeah, just from the spell selection alone, you can lose like 25 seconds. She has 4 attacks and can use Water Blast, which is extremely long animation. But yeah, the fight is pretty free.
That's one nice thing about Super Suit is that we get to a certain point where you're just not really in danger of dying in any of these fights. It's just that you could lose some time and just
This is the last fight, actually, that's the case. Mario does become vulnerable.
Yeah, Zardragon can be kind of scary. And well, yeah, and Axum.
And Countdown.
All right, so we have a $100 donation from Anonymous who says, good luck on the run, Lack. Shout out to the couch full of awesome people. Love your favorite sandwich.
Thank you so much.
We have a $200 donation from Mr. Bass who says, just doing my part. And the $250 donation from Bartman who says, go Lack. Thank you for welcoming us to the speedrunning community and teaching us some SMB strats. Good luck on the rest of the run.
Thank you, Bartman.
So Lack went from the shortest Mario game last GDQ to one of the longest.
This is actually a pretty funny cutscene. Mallow's dad is the king here in Nimbus Land, but has some pretty funny comments.
He's completely infatuated with Mario and doesn't care about anybody else in the party.
No.
Also, this walking into this cutscene, I believe. No, not this
The
one.
next
It's
one.
the next one. That's right. That's where the biggest time save from camera manipulation is.
Yeah. Says Star Street and offends Gino. Not cool.
Not cool, man.
So I'm going to go a different way. I'm going to go save because there's no save point and we have to do the ability swap glitch again. And if you miss it, well, I wouldn't really be sure of how to recover from that. So we're just going to go save and
You know,
eat the 15 seconds.
like you know too, Ty. I know.
I don't.
Notice I went to the bottom save file when I chose it. So it saves time every time I save, and since I'm saving so many times, it'll save time.
Let's keep the love going. We have a $2,000
Wow.
donation from Anonymous. Thank
Wow.
you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Keep it coming. Holy
The
moly.
comment is, I love Princess Peach.
All right, that's pretty good.
Who y'all taking on the 70-star race?
Ooh,
Ooh.
gotta support my boy Cheese.
Cheese?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Say cheese. Let's do
Yeah.
it. You can hold it down, but we won't know unless, you know,
We gotta get.
we got to make it happen.
We gotta make
48
it
more.
happen.
48 more.
48 more. So there's an extra flower right there. It takes like a second and a half or something at most. Okay, so Gino and Toadstool have switched spots. Toadstool has the super suit.
You're about to see one of the coolest side effects of this route.
Nice luck there.
Nice.
Perfect.
What a star. Great movement throughout.
So that was Gino, and this is Peach.
Yeah, and that's Toadstool.
Yeah.
And that's Mallow, and we don't care.
Yeah. Sorry, Malo.
See ya.
One thing we didn't mention was when you do switch, like in the first time we switch, Mallow actually gains no stats because Peach doesn't have a level 7 stat upgrade because she starts at level 10.
I don't think I knew that. That's
Yeah,
really
so
cool.
Mallow becomes extra useless.
Like
no,
extra-
no shocker and no stat ups.
All right,
Similar
yeah.
there.
This is one of my favorite side effects.
is-
Ready? Pink
yeah,
Gino.
Pink Gino. Somehow this was programmed into the game that
Yeah.
Gino can turn pink.
Yeah, like they gave like. Obviously, they knew that there's a Gino sprite for Gino Blast, but the palette has to be pink because you're Toadstool. So, I don't know.
You can do it. You can teach Geno Blast to Bowser and Mallow as well. And Bowser's is, I think green Geno works pretty well, but Mallow is pretty glitchy when he uses it.
Did you guys?
Yeah, the Corkbadite there kind of. Okay, the Corkbadite there like spits out Spinies, and if there are a bunch crowded around the exit of that room, it's much better to just like go back and reload the room, because getting into an encounter with any of them is pretty costly. So you want to talk about Czar Dragon? Exclamation point Czar.
There's so much
There's
to
a lot
say.
of problems here.
Yes.
This might be one of, well, it used to be. It's not as bad anymore.
If you have ice bombs.
Remember,
Yeah.
remember Snowy on Czar Dragon?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm actually going to save the Ice Bomb for Axum Rangers. So I'm going to do 44 jumps,
That's
45 jumps.
good plan.
So,
So that's problem number one. He can counterattack.
yeah. Counter number. All right.
One of many.
Problem number 2 is that his sprite oscillates up and down, so super jumping on him is incredibly difficult.
nice.
Okay.
Flame Wall.
That's good.
That's
Best attack to get.
Problem number 3 is there is an inexplicable amount of lag in between turns.
sorry. That's really hard.
Yeah.
His hitbox is moving, so
Oh, nice. Gino does nothing.
Poor Gino.
problem number 4 you can miss. Problem number 5, Iron Maiden can fear
Iron
you.
Maiden.
Yeah.
Problem number 6 is he's about to summon some fire orbs.
Oh.
Yep.
See ya, Bowser. Mario's okay.
Mario takes 5 damage from each of these because he's Geno boosted and also has the super suits. So Mario's not really on any threat of death yet.
He's dead.
There we go.
Okay. So this is one of the few fights you're going to see the ultra jump.
No FP.
He has not enough
Oh,
FP.
yeah,
FP.
there's
Okay,
no
never
FP.
mind.
Yeah.
But-
An alternate strategy for Zombone is you do like 2 attacks, and if you do, I think 989 HP or damage or something like that, you can do 12 ultra jumps and kill him on your third
Eliminates
turn.
some slow spells, which kill
Yeah.
you, and counterattack possibilities.
You want him to cast as few spells as possible. He can do Boulder,
Storm, Blast.
Storm, Blast, yeah, and he can counterattack. So you just want physicals.
Scream.
Okay.
Scream.
Scream is fine. He's immune to fear, and Scream does no damage.
This fight is definitely another big time waster in the run. I mean, no run matters till Volcano's over.
And that fight can actually turn pretty deadly too. If he gets a counterattack and you miss the block, and then he goes in with the
Yeah. His
With
physical
like a
between
storm.
Czar and Zombone it's like a different timing to block the physical attack.
Yeah.
It's very awkward.
Yeah.
We have a quick $800 donation, by the
baby.
way. Thank you. From Simca.
It's not too late to donate for
He
Bowser
says,
Wars.
donating for a good cause and to see that SM64 race. P.S. Cats. Good luck with the Axum Rangers, Lack.
Thank you.
So the Axum Rangers coming up actually is quite a variable fight, and it depends on how many freebies that you've gotten throughout the route. There's a couple of different strategies that you can do, including one that involves you freebieing the rock candy against them, which we hope that Lack has to do.
Go for it, Pi.
So how close are we to the
42,000.
42,000? Oh gosh.
I think we can do it.
I think we
I
can do
have-
it.
I know we can do. What do you guys think? Come on.
Could definitely do it.
Anyone? Anyone?
Oh, why wouldn't people donate while we're playing the best Super Mario game of 1996?
I actually really like this little remix, and that's all. This is the only time you get to hear it. So, as I said, there's different strategies based on how many bombs you have, and I believe Lack only has an ice bomb and a rock candy.
I have fire and ice.
Oh, you do? You save the fire.
I saved
okay.
it from Czar, yeah.
So you can. There's strategies for fire only, fire and ice, or rock candy freebie.
Yeah, this fight is extra scary. It used to even be worse because you would have the perfect time at every attack
Everything.
and
it
block.
it was really
So
treacherous.
It was really bad. Now it's a lot better, but it's still not free.
I died a lot here.
Yeah, I frequently used my backup red essence on this fight. So what he's going to have to do is put Pink out of commission immediately with the rock candy and the fire bomb, so she will not use Petal Blast. On the other 4, he has to ultra jump. Whoa! Never mind.
The one that counts.
yeah,
one that
the one that
counts.
counts the most.
I timed that one too, by the way.
I saw that.
Yeah, the whole plan is to get one fire or at least one of each bomb to this fight.
How about another?
That's
Ah,
fine.
A little late.
That's totally fine though. Now you have that ice bomb for
Yeah.
gun yoke.
Yeah.
You mentioned what Pink could do, right?
Yeah, Pink
Yeah.
can cast Petal Blast, which will put who turns into the mushroom?
Mario and Geno.
And Geno, okay.
Yeah. Nobody has a safety ring, and Bowser's wearing the super suit. So, but yeah, that's the best way the fight can go right there. So,
And back to the concept of having a weapon equipped versus not having a weapon equipped, and damage rolls and not damage rolls. We actually unequipped the Hurley gloves from Bowser both because they're slow and also because we want to do exactly 180 damage with Bowser every time he attacks.
This is one of the most powerful attacks in the game.
Justice
Beam.
Breaker.
Yeah. So if you came in here under level, this probably destroyed you.
Yeah, you probably went, what? And then turned the game off. So with the Rod Candy freebie strats, it's pretty generous. You can mistime an attack with Mario and still be fine.
You can even do an untimed attack if you get good enough rolls.
Yeah.
But I'm not that brave.
No math.
No. No math.
So a couple things going on here. We do have a $500 donation from Faye Tom,
Nice.
who says, we must beat SGDQ 2015. And on that note, I have just received a message from the one and only I Eat Your Pie. And he says, if we hit the SM64 and send about 41K more by the final boss, Pie will sing Old Man River.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
baby.
Let's hear it for I Eat Your Pie, folks.
You do not want to miss that. And obviously you don't want to miss the SM64 race.
A Paper Mario classic.
Yeah.
It's a tradition.
Oh, yeah. So here is where the final camera manip will come into play. And coincidentally, it actually saves the most time. Like, you just use that guy's head as a platform. It's cool. Mallow's the prince.
through.
Mallow's the prince. He can do whatever he wants. And now there's statues of all the party members. I actually think that's a really nice touch. They like you guys so much. Yeah. And the camera manipulation, funny enough, just walks straight to the right.
Yeah, it saves about a second, but it's the biggest one in the game. So we got the star thing, so now we're headed off to Bowser's Keep. There's two manipulations you can do. Nimbus Slam manipulation is faster. I'm going to do Mario's pad manipulation.
Mario's pad is incredibly more consistent. Like, you can't screw it up, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Just don't take a side trip to Vista Hill and you'll be all right.
Yeah.
But the way this game works is the RNG starts counting. There's a counter that starts when you select your file. So like when you gain control of Mario, and it starts counting like while Mario you have control. So like the RNG is going right now.
And then it locks in when you get to the world map.
Yeah, and then it stops counting. So what happens is we'll save at Mario's pad, then we'll reset, and then we just move through Mario's pad a certain way, and it gives us a specific Bowser door combination.
Yeah.
1, 2, 4, 5. Nimbus Manip is much more difficult. You have to follow a chart. You have a 7-frame window with this bus. The last text box here to get in within the window of possibility for getting them without getting the battle doors, which take forever.
Yeah, we actually save and reset in the castle.
Yeah. So
Have a
here
movement pattern.
we're on the bus. Everybody, put your hands up. We're off.
On the bus.
This is another neat little bathroom break. It might not look like it, but there's actually like 35, 40 seconds, something like that.
Yeah, it's pretty tight.
Drink of water.
For me, my bathroom is like 10 feet from my desk, so
Yeah.
that's feasible. But for other people, it might not be.
These are the real conversations we have in our Discord.
It's important.
It is important.
It's so important.
I was most worried about having to go to the bathroom while I was up here.
Do you know how hard it is to concentrate on super jumps on a full bladder?
Yes, it's very difficult. All right, Mario's pad.
Anyway, next topic of discussion.
But we digress.
Here comes the manip.
All right, we have saved, so now we are resetting.
Yeah.
Okay, so real quick, we have raised $4,000 in the past 10 minutes, just so you know.
Come
Very
on,
nice.
guys.
We're
We got
getting
Keep
there.
it coming.
This
Keep
is
it coming.
This will be a breeze.
We do have a $750 donation from Heart Machine, who says, those jumps are incredible. Thank you for destroying my favorite SNES game. Thanks to all the amazing people who put this wonderful event on each year.
All right.
So door 1 is going to be the topper quiz, which is we're used to doing it in Japanese, so
Yeah,
hopefully
this
he
is-
studied up.
Yeah, this is actually a challenge. Mill and I were at Panera Bread studying the questions before. So
What color's the end of Dodo's beak?
red, man.
All right.
Come on, please.
Just want to make sure.
But yeah, it's a lot of little like trivia questions from the game that you wouldn't even know if you didn't like talk to all the NPCs. So it's pretty neat. Yo, 3. Currant juice, which I've never had, but probably need to try.
The photographer hates getting his picture taken.
Yeah.
Needs to find a different profession.
Yard, the breed of cattle.
My favorite my most commonly missed one in Japanese, by the way, is who is the enemy of this adventure? Which is Luigi, Smithy, and like
Give me
Garo
a
or
guess.
something.
Guess.
Gotta be Garo.
Yeah.
12.
Ah, wow, 16?
Holy
Damn.
moly.
Have you ever seen 16?
Once.
This might be the first time I've seen 16.
Are you gonna cut?
Plenty
Are
of
you gonna
times.
cut the twig?
44-16.
All right,
46.
next one.
46.
46.
44.
Always 46.
45.
45.
Wow.
Who was that?
Me.
Nice.
So we have a $500 donation from the Yeti Glen 108. And he
Oh,
says,
moly.
hey all, Yeti Glen here. I don't have any more shirt money, but I'm happy to throw my own to see that blessed SM64 race. Please, guys, we can do this. You got to believe. And as a reminder, remember, all of this money does benefit Doctors Without Borders.
So when I do runs of this in English, I actually have to pull out my official player's guide to look at this. That's 4th. This is 2nd.
Seconds.
4, 2, 1. 3, 4, 2, 1.
This is a hard puzzle, actually.
It
You
is.
really got to think about it.
Well, and each one has like a little affectation to their speech that you can use to determine what place they got in. Like the 4th place was a Goomba, and he's like, "I came in 2nd in this event." ... Like he felt, kind of forlorn about it. Like, well, at least I did this, And then the person in 1st place is like, "I whizzed past blah blah blah, and they never caught me!" ! So you can kind of they give little context clues, but for a first-time play, it would take a couple of tries.
So this is actually an unwinnable game, but he gave us a good pattern. All right.
Yeah.
You just want him to take the 21st coin, and so you can manipulate him into doing that.
Yeah, there's a couple of landmarks you want to hit. You want to make sure when he gets his turn, and there's 10 and 15.
Oh, hello.
You just gotta make all the blocks disappear.
So this is it's been an interesting puzzle over the years.
I still do it the slow way by like, 10 frames or so.
It's almost,
Yeah.
it's a full second.
Shout out to Kurt Q, who programmed like an optimizer, like a program that basically optimized this puzzle and found like to the frame which combination of solutions was the fastest.
Yeah, we have supercomputers routing our game.
Yeah, all the time save actually comes from where Mario finishes and kicks the last ball.
That's pretty close to the door, but you can actually be closer.
Whatever you need to do to memorize it.
Yeah, I'm afraid to relearn
no-
it. I'll mix them up.
Yeah.
All right. So the first action door.
This is a cool door.
Yeah.
Two of the rooms are pretty good.
The hidden chests make the force the camera to center and freeze for a little bit. Oh, baby.
Safety red essence.
Yeah, another safety red essence, but it's like 5 seconds. So yeah, we don't get any of these safeties that I've been getting in runs. It's kind of weird to get them, but
Donkey skip.
oh yeah.
He's selling out for it.
Oh yeah.
There it is.
Yeah. Super long.
This is my least favorite of all the doors. Actually,
Yeah.
is the second action door.
Me too.
Yeah. I think my PB lost about 30 seconds to falling in the lava in this door.
Mine too.
This one takes forever
is.
too.
It does.
It's the longest one.
You're basically waiting for lots of moving platforms. This room is the bombs can be trolly and
You can't see them sometimes.
Yep.
yeah. And sometimes if you jump off the cannonball and it's like hidden behind one of the platformers, it can just like disappear seemingly.
Yeah, the first action room is so quick and fast.
And this one is
And this is just sit there and
rotating
wait.
platforms the game.
So the Caracola he freebied during the Eurydic fight an hour ago saves him like 6 seconds in this room. He doesn't have to hit the chest.
Well, in this door, he doesn't have to get. There's one in this room and there's one in the first room that I don't believe he got either.
Yeah.
Because he only
Either
needs the one.
This one's annoying because sometimes the isometrics you're in a bad spot and you bonk on the side of the chest and fall in.
Having to deal with these rotating platforms is just dumb anyway.
Never practiced this room in my life.
Never.
Yeah, same. Oxwo said the least fun he's ever had tassing a game is this room right here.
I don't blame him.
Nah. There's sonic symbols in that chest, but we don't need it because sonic symbols. Mallow. Useless. Oh, the peach strats. Let's go.
Something also to mention here is that he's going to sort the items by going into it and pressing it so that when the items pop up in this battle, he knows exactly where they are.
Yeah, actually, for the rest of the game, 3 or 4 fights where it's very useful.
Yeah, I'll be using Mario, Peach, and Gina the rest of the way.
So this is a scripted fight as long as you don't miss time in any attacks.
You can miss time one, I believe,
have
with
one.
this setup.
Yeah.
And screwing this up can lose you a lot of time. Magic Koopa will summon an ally, and you can only attack the ally. You can't attack Magic Koopa while he's alive. There we go.
Slap Magic Koopa out of the battle.
It's very fitting that Peach ends up in this fight.
All right, guys, we're another part of the way there. We have a $1,000 donation from Anonymous, who says, we can totally make it. Thanks for running one of my favorite games of all time. Let's make it to the SM64 run. I also have a $460 donation from another Anonymous, who says, I just started watching speedruns and have been loving them. I just found out that they were held for a charity called Doctors Without Borders. I did research on them, and they seem like a great charity with a great cause. Thanks for a great event.
So Mario's going to do his part by donating to SGDQ right there.
Yeah, when you kill Kamek, he gives you an infinite coin chest there, but it gives you 1 coin at a time, so it's ultimately useless, especially for a speedrun. So here comes another one of Smithy's minions here, just seemingly randomly placed. Just a guy chilling on top of a chandelier.
He's going to be super jumping here again, so
Yeah.
he wants 47.
Shaker's an instant death attack that you can block.
So you need 47, but dropping on this guy is not the biggest deal.
Nice.
Very nice.
Oh, Boomer Chan.
So long, Boomer Chan.
Poor Boomer.
I do have a familiar face here. We have a $502 donation from Fuzzy Commando.
Nice.
And he says, without a doubt, Super Mario RPG is the most fun you can have on the SNES. I remember every single detail of this run, and I haven't played through in at least 10 years. Shout out to the 502 crew, Lack, and The Couch for their incredible commentary. We also have a very special guest who donated $150. Take it away.
Yes, hello. I have a fever, and you see, the only prescription is more Mario. So what I'm gonna need from everyone watching is about $27,000 more dollars. Can we do that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
We got about 40 minutes.
Yes, we are watching the credits. So, and they will add another 11 minutes or so to the end of the game. So you will have some time. But why do you need time? You don't need time to think.
And so this is really an awful fight to do if you don't know what to do. And so the strat is to jump here on the left eye. And then Exor is the boss, but we'll see it later. Geno World takes him out.
See ya.
Yeah, that's a glitch, I guess, or maybe a little Easter egg that maybe you don't know.
An oversight almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can perfectly time. Yeah, I think you have like a big frame window, like 50 or 60 frames, when Geno whirls off the screen to do 9999 damage to any enemy, any regular enemy. But for whatever reason, removing Exor's protection also removes his boss flag. So you can just do that to him, and the fight is completely trivial. Otherwise, it would be
The hardest
a
fight in the
nightmare.
game.
Absolutely.
Yeah. There's
By
all
far.
those.
You
all
can't-
all the parts have just moves you don't see anywhere else. You're completely underleveled. They're usually like all party members get attacked. So
You can't super jump on the crest because it's at the very top of the screen.
yeah, that's a challenge that we've kind of imposed on ourselves. How many jumps you can get?
Yeah.
How many have you gotten, Mill?
100.
You did 100. Yeah, of course. Mill is probably the best player of this game.
We do have another $1,000 donation.
Nice.
Thank you. From Elaine.
I get more
Who
game
says-
audio, please.
Who says, Doctors Without Borders, so this donation is too. We have another $150 from Yugi AJ that says, donating 50 plus 20 for each time I accidentally fell asleep this week. Gotta try to beat last year. Old Man River hype? I actually started watching speedruns because of Pi singing.
All right. So,
Oh boy.
so we're in the factory now, and this is the final area of the game, and coincidentally, one of the most fun platforming sections and intense, strings of boss fights and such. It'll be fun.
And the music
And
is
the-
like so fitting too.
Yes, absolutely.
It's like you're building up to something.
Very tense.
So upcoming is the second most RNG heavy fight in the game.
Shout outs to
Probably.
Countdown.
Yeah.
Please
Who?
don't ruin this run, Countdown.
Who? Nice.
Nice.
Well,
One hop.
landing on that screw, like the end of the first screw platform thing is it's really annoying to do in this isometric setting. It's like a little more precise than it looks. So this guy's a pain. The two dinglings can cast spells or physically attack, or they can not attack at all, in which case Countdown will heal them, which is even worse. Because you want them dead as soon as possible.
Here we go.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Oh,
Unreal.
that's worst case scenario.
That is absolutely
my God.
Worst case.
unreal.
You had one job, Countdown. One job.
Oh my
This
goodness.
is
This is awful. This
there's
is like the
nothing
worst
worse.
thing.
Ice Rock too.
Okay,
That would have
so-
hit Mario. He would have had to
Lucky.
reset. He probably would have
Yeah.
needed to reset.
I gotta pick her up.
Okay, he's got one.
So he can use Ice Rock or Ice Crystal there, and Ice Rock does like 200 damage to Mario.
Oh gosh.
This
Time
is
is
a
marching.
really-
This is something because now Aurora Blast is gonna.
Oh my.
It's gonna put. No, they. Yeah. Fine.
All right, at least the bells will die,
So
Yeah.
you're
but we're
probably
gonna be in trouble.
You're gonna get Water Blast.
Yeah, I know.
Next.
We can recover.
This is fine. Everything is fine.
He's going to mega recover, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Mario's actually. Well, I need to heal anyway.
Yeah, if you group hug
Group
here,
hug
you'll be
here
fine.
will heal Mario. Yeah.
I probably should have jumped. I guess I could jump.
Yeah, you could.
You want me to super jump? I don't think I have enough FP.
I would love to see super jumps on Countdown. That's when you know things have completely jumped the
Fall
shark.
apart.
Yeah. It's like watching super jumps on Mage Head or something, you know?
Yeah.
So we had two
Dinner
world
time.
records in a row that lost like 40 seconds to this fight. Black's own and Oxus's.
There was a point where I did like 3 straight runs that was on like PB pace. Got to this guy,
Just
and he just
completely owned.
completely bodied me. And it's it's really rough. You're like 2.5 hours in, and
Can't
you're
do
like
anything about
hoping for a dice roll
Wow.
sometimes.
That
So good stuff.
He played
Man.
that about as well as you could.
He's
Yeah.
played it worse.
you came
some other
strong,
time.
man.
I always bring my A game.
You brought it today. That was something.
Well, now that we're in the 11th hour, ha ha ha, we have a few really big donations here. We have a $500 donation from our own Voolagin.
Nice.
Hey, Bulletin, thank you.
Fulgen,
I know that
Shout
guy.
outs to
cool
Voolagin.
guy.
I know that guy.
And he says, guys, you aren't seriously going to let those people who ran SGDQ15 beat us here, are you? Let's go.
Those people.
Those people.
Okay, so I don't know if Lack cares or wants serious time, but this is a pretty
Nah, it's
precise platforming section. And some of the enemies that he could potentially run into can be a complete pain to run away from. Also, he's going to skip Bowyer right here. That's really precise.
Nice.
Oh, what a sick room. Nice.
Yo.
All right. So we've got a double boss gauntlet here before the final stretch. We've got Machine Made Uridovic, which is pretty easy. And then Cloaker, Domino, and Earthlink, which is a whole other deal.
It's good. He wanted 27, I think. 26.
Yeah, if you have an extra rock candy here, you freebeat. Just on time attack.
Untimed attack will kill.
Just yeah. There you go. All right.
If you have an extra rock candy here, it's nice, but
He can drop a rock candy as well. 25. He didn't get it.
no drops this game, man.
None.
This run is lacking in the drop department.
Ah, nice. Well, don't ever get used to freebies if
That
you
was
play this
totally
game.
unintentional.
It was nice.
Don't do that to me. Come on.
Keep
now.
getting in those donations, guys, and we are 14K short. Let's do this.
Wow,
14,000.
that is
I believe.
incredible,
We're gonna do
guys. Come on, we can do this.
I
so
think we
easy.
can do it before the Smithy fight.
Oh yeah, easy.
Easy.
Absolutely. The way these big donations keep coming rolling in, man.
Did you time that slap right? What's that?
Yeah, I did. 192.
Oh, okay.
So this fight is strange because, well, not strange, but depending on which of these two idiots you kill, determines the second phase of this boss, which is a giant snake. And these two guys, one of them is like the one on the right that
Attack
we're
bait.
killing has really low physical defense but casts magic, like strong magic. The other one has high physical attack and physical defense but is weak to magic. And the snake that they're on, in this case, Cloaker is, high physical damage, weak to magic. The snake is also the same kind of stats. So we do this so that we can do 65 super jumps on him. Now the only thing about this is that the snake, I think, is the only enemy, one of the only enemies in the game, at least in the speedrun, where it's a 41 frame window between each jump rather than a 40 frame window.
Yeah,
And if you're used to that, like if you're used to the 40 frames, it feels like an eternity.
Oh, see ya, Peach.
So he did a shocker, which which counts as like 12 super jumps.
Yeah.
Because he had,
I dropped on purpose, but I must have miscounted.
that fight can be really dangerous too because he can use the snake can use unblockable attacks, and if you drop super jumps enough times, then Mario may die. And if Mario dies, Mario's boosted in the beginning of the fight, so if he dies, not only do you have to pick him up, but he does a bunch of less damage unless you also pick up Geno, or Geno's still alive and cast Geno boost.
He lost a turn in the first phase because Peach died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we have a $2,000 donation
Nice.
from Mad Crash SJ, who says, here's to a great cause and a great gaming exhibition. Let's make this well worth the time of everyone watching everywhere in the world. It took me over a decade to finally get back to Super Mario 64 and get all 120 stars after I first played. Watching a race to 70 would be more than worth the nostalgia. We're also about 10K away, guys, and if you want to hear Pi sing Old Man River, which I know you all do,
definitely do.
please get those donations in soon. So we have another $1,000 donation from Anonymous who says for SM64.
Stream big. .net.
Another $1,000 donation from Warren Hyatt who says Mario is a god.
Do you see that? Do you see this guy? The realization is setting in for him. Yeah, keep it coming, keep it coming, y'all.
Another $1,000 donation from AMN Dragon who says, long live Doctors Without Borders and their patients. GDQ events are fantastic charity events and everyone involved should be proud of themselves. Big round of applause and clap is in Twitch chat. Yes, Twitch chat. For Doctors Without Borders, GDQ organizers and runners. We got this. We're almost there. Come on, guys. 7,000 away. Come on, you can do this.
We're so close.
We are incredibly close. So Toad ran all the way through the factory, killed all of the after we killed all of those bosses for him, we just cleared the way for him. Also, he could bring us a rock candy.
And sell us some items.
What a nice guy.
Toad is our boy.
Yeah.
Oh, chat's gonna love this one. $500 from Avalon Star 2117 that says, I love you all. P.S. Wah!
Wow.
Wow.
That's all. What else is there to say?
I don't know, man. You took the words right out of my mouth. Word, rather.
So yeah, getting Genoblast here actually loses time over Thunderbolt, which was the old strat, but it's so useful everywhere else. That's why we use it, and it does more damage. So.
Nalo's Thunderbolt does like 50 damage now.
Yeah. Nice.
This is another fight where damage rolls come into play.
Yeah. Geno, he doesn't have to do an untimed attack with Geno, so that saves a little bit of time.
Yep. Magic number's 176.
Yeah, you want to get higher than 175.
Yep.
With Mario's Ultra Hammer.
So I got 2-1 for Gunyoke.
2-1. Okay.
Yo, haiku.
Oh yeah. Haiku.
Who knew that Bowser was such a beautiful poet?
I know, he's such a sensitive, delicate flower.
Yeah. Something big just happened.
Oh, I must have hit it.
I think, do we do?
All right, super jump time. Sorry. Contain your excitement.
This is fine. Was that one short?
No,
that
he's
was
fine.
good.
Got it.
That was 702.
Oh,
and
baby.
a freebie.
Woo!
$1,000 more. Come on, guys. We're almost there. Let's get this home. Come on.
Oh my goodness.
This is
So
it, dude.
the upcoming fight has about pin strategies based on how many bombs you have. So
Yeah, and you can kind of just, as long as you put him to sleep and don't use physical attacks.
Lack's cheating. He has his phone out.
I got the route up.
He's got the pace spin.
Didn't bother memorizing it.
But to be fair, this is really complicated.
Yeah.
This is something that could be easily forgotten.
Man, the call-outs from the couch.
No,
It's all
I'm
good.
backing Lack up on this.
Thank you,
I would
thank
have
you.
done the same
I
thing.
use notes
I
too.
definitely have not memorized every possibility for Gunyoke.
What a waste of time that would be.
Big.
It's a good thing Claude's not
there it
watching,
is.
otherwise he'd be shaking his head.
Yeah,
He
Claude
uses
is
notes on
definitely-
everything.
He's a note master.
He uses his notes on his own route.
Also, shout-outs to Claude. I think you guys should thank Claude.
Yeah,
I guess.
Claude figured out the much easier application of the ability swap glitch, and put a whole bunch of work into routing the experience booster early.
Yeah, this is all him.
Yeah,
the rest of
the
this.
experience booster early was kind of a thing before. So they were kind of working with that, but then when ability swap was found, I mean, they kind of just came together and made this route. It was really nice.
All of the rock candies.
Everything kind of happened all at once, where it was just like perfect timing, you could say.
And a special shout out to CFB for
Yeah.
inspiring the Claude. He's just the Claude sitting there. Oh, he did it. All right.
Right in time for the final boss.
You did it,
Yeah.
guys. Good
Perfect
job.
timing.
All right, push the button, Lack.
Push the button. Bring us home, buddy.
Let's do it.
All right.
What a fitting in. You actually press a button.
Yeah, he's pressing the button. Man.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go. Oh, yeah.
So now he has about 270 super jumps left. So
This is actually
people are gonna.
Well, Lack, there's only one more thing left to do now, and you know what that is, so go do it.
Press the button.
Press the button, get to the D.
all right. So Smithy's going to have essentially two fights. You're the first phase, which is, I guess, like his
Santa Claus phase.
Yeah,
Santa
he's
Claus
Santa
phase.
Claus. Let's be
he's
real.
making presents right now.
Very angry eyebrows, though.
The fight is pretty straightforward. He's really not going to throw anything at you that can cause any problems. It's the second phase that's going to really be a little bit tricky. He has kind of a he changes heads based on its damage, correct?
His HP.
His HP, and sometimes one of the transformations he can turn into can really make things a little bit more tricky.
There's like 4 thresholds of HP, and then each threshold has a certain pattern it follows. But each time he changes his head, there's only a 50% chance that he actually changes his head. So,
You'll see.
optimally, we'll want to get chest head. If
If
we'll see.
anything other than tank head, we want chest head. Nice.
that was 69 jumps,
Did you get a good hammer roll? I couldn't see.
It was 70.
70.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we actually want the fight to end with Toadstool's turn here, because the way it sets up the we get 3 attacks on unformed Smithy head before he turns into tank head.
If everything goes right, he can kill tank head before he even decides to try to change heads.
So basically what we want is 3 perfectly timed attacks on unformed Smithy head. We want 2 times 100 super jumps, which does 28 damage each time. And then in between the super jumps, you want A perfectly timed shocker from Toadstool as well.
2 shockers and a rock candy.
Yeah, and a rock candy from Gino.
In the old route, Peach was kind of used as like the safety strat, just in case you took, some unexpected damage. You could heal with group hug, but now that
She's a hybrid.
Peach has healing and damage, there's no other reason not to use her.
Pretty much. It used to be like if you wanted to go balls to the wall, you would take Mallow instead of Toadstool because Mallow could shocker tank head. But since, Mallow's useless, we don't need him anymore.
All right, this is it.
This is it. Push the button, Lack. Bring us home.
All right, let's do it.
He's got to do 100 super jumps twice. So
Look for the 3028. That's the magic number.
Yep.
That's fine.
That's
60.
plenty.
Yeah.
So he has those 2 red essences with him. Anything goes wrong,
Always
he's got
Gino.
a lot of backup safe.
The miss.
The miss.
Oh,
That's really
baby.
good.
Hope Shocker will do 441 here.
Yeah.
Alright, so now we're gonna see some different patterns.
Potentially.
We're at his
Still get
mercy.
chest head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My boy Tankhead.
What a guy.
So funny, after the gun yoke fight, when Peach leveled up, he took HP instead of special. If he had taken special, Shocker would have done like 3 extra damage. So, didn't remake. He's very close to dead.
Yeah, it should be close.
Nice.
There it is.
Now, remember we're timing until the end of the credits.
Got to get the end.
Gotta get to the end, yes.
Man,
Your time for power on.
what a roller coaster run that was.
Did it.
Way to go,
Golly.
buddy.
Thanks, everybody. Man, that was,
What a speed run. Nice run.
yeah, thank
That was
you.
good stuff.
Thank you.
Nice run.
Now you get some of the most rewarding credits.
Absolutely.
One of my favorite things about old games is that they really reward you with like a lot of good, just great credit scenes.
So much charm in this.
Yeah, lots of throwbacks to earlier in the game. Lots of really cute animations that you would not see.
Watch for Punchinello.
Yeah,
we're gonna look
we
for
have
him.
not decided whether
I
or
don't
not
think
he's in
he's
the
there.
credits.
So the reason we timed
not,
to the
okay.
credits is
No.
that the tradition was JRTA
I
timing,
agree.
Yeah.
which starts from power on to the end of the credits, and it's when the D appears and the end at the end of the credits. And so that's when time will officially stop.
Yeah, this guy kind of normalized it in the Western community, at least for Mario.
Yeah, I'm glad he
Because,
did.
Because I believe because Raku was doing JRTA as well. You wanted to be competitive. Yeah. So and that means we get to watch the credits, man. These are awesome, and
Yeah.
no better fitting end to this run and than watching these credits after hitting that donation goal. That's real awesome.
SM64 credits are pretty good too.
Yeah, they are top tier.
Yeah,
also, I
they're-
love that song, and
It's true.
and just those credits are great as well. Yeah, this one like so emotionally involved in these speed runs. They take forever. You have jumps you have to do. You want freebies, like all that stuff is just finally culminates in destroying Tankhead once and for all, and saying goodbye to our friend Gino.
A happy parade.
Yeah.
Don't forget that beautiful, beautiful Johnny sunset.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it's coming. Just want to go ahead and say some thank yous. So I'll start here on the left. Like Cypher is one of my favorite people to watch stream. Like when I started speedrunning, I saw Cypher's run of this game back in AGDQ14, I believe. That was really inspirational. Countdown, man, you're gonna be as good as us very, very soon. Just keep pushing it. You're gonna have as good a time as we all do. And
I
we don't want
taught
you-
him how to max skip.
He
I just
did.
want everybody to know.
He did. But he is an excellent member of this community, and he is always supportive, and he always has been. And I'm looking forward to that 250 from you, man. My boy Pi.
You're next, buddy.
My boy Pi. I watched his blind playthrough of this game, and I watched him use Cheez-Its for the cannonball puzzle. I watched him not know what the password to the sunken ship was. Merles or something, maybe. But, and Big Mill here has got the record. Really extremely talented runner. Very good video game player and good buddy of mine. So I appreciate the people that helped him get here. We did a little fundraiser for him to get him here. So it means a lot. Oh, time
Johnny
out.
Sunset's coming.
Johnny's Sunset, baby.
There we go.
There it is.
Yeah.
Awesome. But yeah, thanks everybody for helping get Mill here and Caleb Hart. A new runner in the community said super jumps were super easy. I remember watching you the first time, and you're like, "Man, these are easy." And then you hit the same struggles we all did. So
Yeah, it's a very humbling speed run.
yeah, absolutely.
But
But keep going, man. You'll get there too.
I got to give it up for Caleb, man. He's like the only person I've ever seen that can talk
Yeah.
to his chat while he's super jumping. Like,
Yeah.
it's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's like reading chat, going back to TV.
That is.
Wrecking the couch in the middle of it.
Yeah.
I dare you to try it. I dare you.
But yeah. And our buddy Oxwis, who held the record in this game for nearly a year when the Peach Chart came out, he took the record. And then I took the record at the end of March of this year, and then Mill took it at the beginning of May. But Oxwis wants to be known as Max Score Beetle Game World Champion. So,
Man, Beatlemania.
yeah.
RTA. champion.
Beatlemania RTA.
Yeah.
And Albrecht. Can't forget our boy Albrecht.
And Albrecht, yeah. Another
He's-
extremely talented runner of this game.
Moving on to FF13.
Yeah.
And of course, Claude.
The Claude.
Who will-
And the Claude.
He'll play this someday.
When I beat his time,
When
you
you beat when
promised.
Pi
Yeah.
beats his time.
You promised.
Yeah, and there's a couple of people like that are just active that are, like they contribute to the community and are also supportive, like Nico Keshi and Void. Void is also a new runner that.
Yeah, we got Luigi here.
Hey, there's
Leading
our
the
boy,
parade.
yeah,
Alan M.
and Alan M.
Found a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
Mad scientist, Alan.
mad
Yeah.
scientist.
Help me get Max skip
Test the
first
most
try.
random things you can ever think of.
And just incredible, the newest member of the Sub 3 Club. Oh yeah,
Mallow finally contributing to the game again.
waving by on the Jugan bus.
Yeah. Tadpoles get legs here.
And transform into
Here's the bomb. I don't know if Punchinello's
I don't
nearby.
think he's there.
I think
Yeah.
that bomb just took him out.
Yeah.
There's Dinah and Might.
Dinah and
The
Mike.
lore, man, he's gone.
Look at how big their hands are.
I like that it's a star on the end of the fuse. I thought that was cool.
I don't think I ever noticed that.
No. The Hammer Brothers. Our boy Croco. He was actually really nice to us today. Just didn't give us the flower box. Bowser chases after him.
Nobody robs my castle.
Dodo. It's a great character.
Yeah, there's a really funny scene if you go back to Booster's Tower after you kill Valentina and she's there and it's like a new love of mine has fallen from the sky.
Yeah, as you see, like earlier in the credits, that Valentina and Booster got married,
Yeah.
so they're up there, and it's a pretty fun scene. Man,
One more.
yeah,
Yeah.
one more. It's all
One
right.
more.
It's all right.
Somehow I don't think that will be the last.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
Also, shout outs to great music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Legendary soundtrack in this game.
So now it's just a whole mix up. Yeah, there he goes.
Bowser,
I forgot
Bowser
it
is
comes
not
from-
happy.
No. And here come the monsters that Smithy created.
It's the shysters.
Thank you for allowing Max skip.
Yeah.
And then there's Mac and Yared and Bowyer. And Smithy on the blade.
Yeah, the Axum Rangers ship. Axum Rangers are kind of no more though, so he took over. See ya, dweebs.
Yep. Yeah, we call this the Happy Parade for a reason. It's really cool. It shows all the characters from the game. And it's just a fitting end to a great video game.
What a shame this game was not released in Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Europe got the shaft on a lot of great SNES
SNES
RPGs. Yeah.
I got some redemption with the Wii U, but yeah, it's a shame. So there's another Easter egg in this game. You bought 5 fireworks, you can increase the fireworks that go off here at the end. But since we didn't buy any, we get some, but not all of them.
If there was an easy way to get money, we would probably do
Yeah,
that.
if it was easier.
You can always go to the infinite coin chest.
Just jump. That would need turbo.
$1 for every coin.
Yeah. Yoshi is in this game here. We didn't go to Yoster Island, race Boshi or Boshi. Miyamoto, thank you so much for the game.
Yeah, awesome game.
Oh, baby, this is it.
Here we go.
I'm ready.
There's Gino there,
Yeah.
possibly related to Twink or somebody from Mario Galaxy.
Bring it on.
Won't be the last time we're seeing this castle tonight, though, which is pretty exciting.
Yeah.
It's in the sequel.
So, yeah, we have fireworks. Pretty weak display, but they're still there,
Yeah.
making an appearance. Timing's about to end here. Gina is going to end the timing by making the letter D appear. And time.
There you go.
Now. Just want to say thank you, SGDQ. Thank you, Doctors Without Borders. But we're not done yet. We've got some Super Mario 64 four-way race. Let's get excited. And our boy Pi, we're going to give him the floor.
All right, so there's no confusion. A long time ago, I started speedrunning in Paper Mario, and used to sing a song in my stream called Old Man River, and it kind of carried over to when we started doing SMRPG. After the credits, sometimes I'd sing this song, so it has a special meaning in our community.
Oh, hey.
So I hope you guys enjoy it. And thank you for meeting the donation incentive so we can watch these great guys play Mario. All right, you guys ready? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, I'll start us off, and then we'll get there, all right?
All right,
All right. There's an old man called the Mississippi. That's the old man that I like to be. What does he care if the world's got problems? What does he care if the land ain't free? Old Man River, that old man River, he must know something, but don't say nothing. He just keeps rolling. He keeps on rolling along. He don't plant cotton, he don't plant potatoes, but them that plants 'em is soon forgotten. But Old Man River, he just keeps rolling along. You and me, we sweat and strain, body all aching and racked with pain. Tote that budge, lift that bale, you gets a little buzzed and you lands in jail. But I gets tired and sick of trying. I'm tired of living, but scared of dying. But Old Man River, He just keeps rolling along. Thank you, everybody.
Welcome back to Summer Games Done Quick 2016, benefiting Doctors Without Borders. This stream is sponsored by Twitch. And wow, do we have a bunch of donations to catch up on. Thank you so much again for everyone who made that final push. Thank you so much. Let's cover some of the bigger donations here. We have a $2,016 donation from Ariel, who says, the past couple of weeks have proven trying times for many. Yet amidst that, a light is shine, a community united to celebrate the skills of many while simultaneously raising money to make a difference in the world. Thank you all who have participated in the event, whether as organizers, runners, or spectators. It's been great. Thank you so much for your donation. We have a $2,000 donation from Anonymous and another $1,500 donation from Anonymous as well. Thank you both. We have a $25 donation from John Carls, who says, I think as incentive, LackAttack should agree to drink a Pepsi on stream if SGDQ 2015 is beaten. Pepsi, man. We'll try to get on that, John. We'll see. We have a $540 donation from Tizoval, who says, I love watching these GDQ events. I saw some great runs of some really cool games this week. Thank you to everyone for making it happen. Put this toward more Mario, please. And speaking of more Mario, we have that bonus SM64 race now between Cheese, Simply, and Punkation. So please stay tuned. We have a $500 donation from the OneCast, who says, fantastic SGDQ this year. Never fails to amaze me how closely knit and dedicated the community is toward the games that help define childhoods. First time donating to charity this year, and I could not think of a better time to donate. Let's reach that goal. We have a $500 donation from Anonymous, who says, let's do it. We also have a $640 donation from TGS, who says, 64. We have a $1,024 donation from Anonymous and another $500 donation from Anonymous, who says, PogChamp. We have a $50 donation from White Wolf 351 that says donators can set records too. We have a $1,000 donation from Anonymous, who says for SM64. We have a $250 donation from Anonymous who says, thanks to all the runners, tech people, and everyone who made this happen. Let's make 1.2. We have a $1,000 donation from Henry who says, more Mario.
Do you guys have...
We have a $750 donation from NoGuard201 that says, this was my first GDQ that I attended, and it was an absolute blast. Thanks to all the runners for sharing their knowledge and skills about the games, and a huge thanks to staff who made sure everything ran smoothly. We have a $300 donation from Monte Cristo who says, thanks to all the runners and crew for another week of content in service of charity. You're an inspiration for gamers everywhere. We have another $500 donation from Anonymous, no comment. We have a $50 donation from Stray Shadow, who says $50 for that amazing Christopher Walken impression. We must cure that fever with more Mario. We have a $300 donation from Anonymous, who says, I'm just donating so I can watch an SM64 race, also to help out a good cause and for the hype. We have a $501 donation from Anonymous who says, SGDQ, what is good in life? To crush your previous year's funding goals, see Mario 64 played before you, and hear the songs of your speedrunners. We have a $100 donation from Sunshine who says, just do it. We have a $100 donation from Zephyr who says, SGDQ and AGDQ are some of the few events I look forward to the entire year. Better than Christmas. I hope this donation helps with setting a new world record for donations. Keep being awesome. We have a $250 donation from GSR who says, SMRPG was an incredibly formative game for me, and I'm thrilled to see it close out the marathon. Take it home. We have a $50 donation from Pete6 who says, I thought this was supposed to be a speed run, not a walk-in. Let's do this SM64 run, baby. We have a $200 donation from Anonymous who leaves a heart. We have a $20 donation from Captain Krunt who says, so glad to see Super Mario RPG close out yet another wonderful GDQ event. This game was my first RPG, and I have so many wonderful memories of playing it in my youth. Getting 100 super jumps for the first time was euphoric. Thank you to all the runners, the staff, and all the donors for everything you've done. We have a $50 donation from Ravi who says, to MSF and the GDQ team, including all the support, staff, and sponsors, thank you once again for an awesome marathon and for bringing one of the worthiest of causes once more into the spotlight of the world, as it should be. To the runners, though you do your best to save the frames, the time you take to dedicate to these events every year cannot be underappreciated. I don't think I'm alone in saying these marathons, the crazy hype train that only comes around twice a year, are heartwarming and sleep depriving in the best of ways. Thank you.
Yes, yes.
We have a $555.55 donation from Fish Sticks who says, push the limit break, a new GDQ record. It's possible. Go Punkay, go. I see the support for the SM64 runners coming. We have a $32 donation from Cheese It Up, who says, I missed the past couple of days of the marathon and came back to 1.2 million. Thanks to everyone, especially the donation readers that are surprisingly still alive after reading so much. We have a $5 donation from D. Scott who says, with over 100,000 people watching, if we all donate the minimum $5, we'll meet the incentive and smash previous GDQ records. Come on, guys, let's do this. Mario 64 hype. We have a $20 donation from Kennedy Owen who says, what a fantastic GDQ. And what a way to end it all with one of my childhood favorites, Super Mario RPG. Good luck on the rest of the run, LackAttack. Great job this year to everyone at SGDQ2016. The runners, the commentators, the announcers, the audience, and all those behind the scenes keeping things going strong all week long. Good job. Give yourselves all the pat on the back and a round of applause. We have a $10 donation from Anonymous who says, can't find a better way to spend late Saturday night than watching Lack run SMRPG on SGDQ. Proud to be a member of hashtag Team Lack. We have a $50 donation from LR Flu who says, Doctors Without Borders is a great organization and Games Done Quick is a great event. Keep up the good work, everyone. We have a $100 donation from Captain Babusa who says, thanks, guys. I love watching speedruns, and these events always show me something new. I only wish they could last longer than 1 week. $500 from Bozer Kobold who says, haven't donated yet. Figured I ought to get it done. Thanks for doing what you do. I really started to look forward to these events. We have a $200 donation from 60 Watt who says, I had a blast attending SGDQ this year and hope to see more in the future. I love SMRPG and I'm really happy to see it being run. Hype.